Wifey.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
My fingertips are numb on my left hand.
Oh, that's not good.
No, probably not. I probably just slept funny.
I've done that many a time as well, and then it like they were dead, and then you slowly get the tinglies, and it goes up your hand, and it's the grossest sensation.
Yeah, it's just really the tinglies and the like needle. It feels like the little needles and tinglies in my fingertips.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh, look at it! It's sweet babies. I got a blanket too.
But
I
yes,
got a
Okay.
blanket.
just be careful and look after yourself, wifey. That's all I want to say.
I do good job. Take care of myself.
Hello, Rogue.
It's so much fun having the pen, so I can just pop things and bap out of that. I wish I could just bap away this though. The bloody ingrown hair. Look at it. It's nasty.
But it looks like it's coming up, though, instead of just being a blob.
Mm. It's weird because it's more red, but it's not as swollen.
It's
It's
because it's coming through the pore.
Uh, it better be. I fucking stabbed the pore where it's coming through so much that it's wide open like my Grand Canyon. Oh, it's fucking ready. I'm ready for
sounds
it, bro.
awesome.
I am so ready for it to go. It it is quite. It's not sore, but it's just like been aching all day. I literally could feel the pressure of it trying to come out, so it's just not pleasant. It's like, what can you do? So,
What up, Rogue?
but yes,
What
Joe
up,
was
Rogue?
mighty warm as always.
What up, Tish?
Always mid birthing. You're always mid birthing, Joe.
I I gotta go see the stupid hematologist tomorrow, and I just know that they're gonna want blood. They always want blood.
They're coming for it. Uh oh.
They take it
Well,
like vampires.
the last
Ow.
time I went, they took 10 vials of blood.
That's all. Vampires.
Yeah. I don't know if I have like actual nerve damage, but I swear I don't like really process heat in my hands quickly because like I've burned the actual whole hand before by putting it on a hot plate and melting all the skin on it. Like you can't see it on this camera, but I actually have like all of the texture of burnt flesh all over my palm, so I technically don't have like fingerprints anymore on this whole palm or this whole hand. It's all burnt off.
All right, mass murderer in the process. I burned off all my fingerprints and handprints.
I
They'll
didn't
never
mean
catch
to.
me.
I was literally cleaning the kitchen, and my mum had told me I just used this 5 minutes ago. Don't touch this. And what do I do? Not 30 seconds later, fucking touch it.
Well, you had to make sure it was hot.
Well, my problem is I couldn't feel that it was hot enough for at least a second or two, and by that time, I've just had it on a hot plate that's been on at like whatever the fuck, like 300 Fahrenheit, like not even 5 minutes beforehand, so it's still bloody hot. And yeah, melted all the skin of my palm. I don't know. Yeah, you definitely won't be able to see it, but like the texture of the lines is very different on this hand compared to the other one. Like I don't know if you might actually. It's like you can see kind of these ones are much more nice and clean, while these ones have a weird blurry weirdness to them. You can't see it as well as what you can in real life, but you actually can see if you've ever seen what burnt skin looks like post healing. All of my palm is like that.
All right, that sounds sexy.
It is ribbed for your pleasure, baby.
I love it. I love little ridges. Ruffles have ridges.
Yeah, my whole
Get out of
hand
my
is
head, Rhonda.
ridges.
What?
You said ruffles have ridges, and that was you said it the exact same time I was thinking it.
Uh oh, great
Get out
minds
of my
think
head.
alike.
I love being in your head. It's so weird.
No, I actually feel the urge to play with makeup. I'm gonna put it on this eye, not this one, but I'm gonna play with makeup.
Okay.
Fish, you should have bought that light up hat.
What?
What?
In Polo last night, you had a light up witch hat, and you were like,
I know, but it was so expensive. I was like,
"No,
no, I'm not
that was
doing
cheap for a magical hat."
And I had already
No
spent like
price is too high
$300.
for a magical hat.
But what's 8 more when you spent 300?
Can you imagine the look on my face when my husband looks at the lighting, the hat that's blinking while it's currently on my head because I couldn't buy it and then not wear it home.
Right. I
That
So
is
I
think it
walk
would
in
have
with
been.
a blinking witch hat, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
I think it would have been spectacular, and I think it would have been on clearance since it was so far after Halloween.
It would have been
I mean,
absolutely phenomenal.
I do need something to hide the horns.
I know, and a blinking witch hat would totally distract from horns. Period.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
See, now I have to go back.
You kind of have to because it was really amazing.
I can feel that wet.
And I bet you when they scan it, it's on sale.
That palette.
But if I had had that opportunity, I would have got it.
I want.
I
I'd
was
wear it
waiting for my
every day.
husband to go, "You spent how much?"
Well, what you do is you tell him, "Oh, it was $20," and he's like, "What?" And then you're like, "Ah, just kidding. It was just 8."
See, that's the shit I pulled on my mum when I was a child, just to get away with it like a toy.
I'd
I'd be
be
like, "Oh, it's
right back.
$50. It's actually
All right.
10." I'm like, "Oh, fine, I'll get it for you for 10."
Hey, Dreamcatcher. I can't sit. Is Dreamcatcher Cindy?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Cindy.
Hey,
She's
Cindy.
Australian. She's a fellow Australian. Oh well. I'm just grabbing. What am I grabbing? Highlighter. That's what I'm grabbing.
Dreamweaver, I believe we can make it through the night. Ooh, ooh. That was really bad singing.
I don't mind.
I don't mind either. I always say I'm enthusiastic, not good.
As long as you do it with enthusiasm, that's what I want and I appreciate.
Of course.
I want you
mean,
to give it your all.
I
Give
do,
it your all,
baby.
mate.
I do.
But no, I'm planning. I don't know why, but I feel the urge for a really dark purple eye and then having just like choking on ice all over it. So
I think that it's because you love me and I
Yes.
love purple.
So I'm going to use this beautiful palette. This is the Coven Cosmetics. The pigment in this is ridiculous. Like, genuinely, when I first touched this, I'm like, the greens in this, Jeffrey has never been able to, like, no one has been able to touch the formula of this palette yet for the greens. Like, it's almost to the point that the greens will overpower whatever you use it with, and you can just dip into it once and it will just cover your whole eye. It's crazy. And I love it. I love this palette.
It's magical.
It is magical.
And I mean, if you wanted to get it cheaper than getting it from Coven Cosmetics, I don't mind saying this because I'm only affiliated. You can technically buy this from places like Amazon. This is a private labeled thing. They've just like put their own logoing and stuff like that on it. So if you don't want to pay the price of what they charge, you can find it for a bit cheap on like Amazon and stuff. But then you're just supporting some rando, not indie brand. But depends on how your views are. But either way, I frankly don't give a fuck. Because that's an old product and they've actually moved on from that. And I believe they've now moved on and made their second palette, but it's their first like customized palette. So it's not just a palette where they private labeled and slapped their own name on it. They've actually customized all the shades.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it is a typical stepping stone for a lot of brands, and I don't poo-poo them for doing it because for some brands it's a necessary step to get the funds to actually make a custom product. So you can't really fault them for trying to make the funds before just putting their all. And it's also a good way to gauge if you're actually going to get the interest for a custom palette. So
I always have interest in a custom palette.
Oh yeah, but it's difficult when you are talking for a lot of those things. You have to order by the 1,000 to get the opportunity to actually buy them because a lot of companies won't sell a customized product like that in small quantities. You usually have to order by like the 1,000, and we're talking thousands of dollars of investment, and you don't know if you're going to get 1,000 customers, you know? Unless you've built up that base, and a better way of doing that is buying things that are like usually private label, which will be much cheaper for you in the beginning. But it's a good way to build up monies as well as a stable fan base to then actually move further on. So it is a way of doing it, and you don't necessarily have to do it. A lot of the time you also want to try and bank on having a actual built-in fan base, which is why a lot of the influencer brands tend to go decently if they're a larger influencer.
I've got your influencer right here.
Oh, you can influence me, baby, every day of the week.
I try. Hey, Boston Emily's here.
Oh, hello, Emily. Holy crap, Ollie, the light is bright. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. Actually, no, I want a bit lower. I'm sorry, I'm shoving my face in the camera.
It's such a cute little face.
This isn't little at the moment, Joe.
See, you should draw little petals around that and make it a little flower.
I'll do that just for you right now.
But then it can be like a red-eyed Susan or something.
I'll use
Susan.
some glorious Pat McGrath and make it fancy flower.
You're the best. You're the Tower of Pisa. You're the best. You're the Mona Lisa.
I'm going to actually grab some setting spray to make it into a proper paste.
Well, good. I was going to wonder about where's the setting spray? Where is the setting spray, you boy? You silly boy.
You're silly boy, baby.
I know. That's why I love it.
Because silly boys need a good spanking, baby.
They do. And that's why my fingertips are numb from spanking everybody, everywhere.
I know. Can't help it. Can't help yourself. But it's okay. I'm generous, so it's okay. I'll share the love around.
I love it.
I won't hug you, wifey.
I love the love. Oh, look who's back.
What color did you want this beautiful flower to be?
Dragonfly.
Okay. That's pretty
Because it's my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
I know it's our favorite.
I've actually made a decent dent in the pan already. Like I've made the products deform from my I want to play.
I know you're gonna have to see if you can just buy that single to replace it one day.
I don't mind if I run out of it. It just means that I've got a lot of love out of it. And it will have a lot of good photos and memories to go with it. That's why I like going live with it.
A whole lot of love. Wow.
I found the perfect card for Stacy today. Loud and fabulous.
Yeah.
You can't just say that. You need to share. Sharing is caring.
I sent it, but it was a card with the cats on it, and one says, "Where's the tinsel?" And it shows the tree has no tinsel on it, and it shows another cat with tinsel coming out of its butt. So I don't know.
Nice. That's awesome.
It was like, oh my god, that's Stacy's.
That's
Stacy's card right there.
28 cats. Oh, that's so pretty.
I got Rodeo Drive. And then, of course, I couldn't not get the other one. This one is glazed donut.
I got both of those from Ipsy.
Yeah, I ordered them from Ipsy, I guess. They showed up in an Ipsy box, so.
Yeah, I got those. It was a good deal. It was like 18 bucks.
I forgot I ordered them.
That's the bad thing. That's the bad good thing when you forget you order them.
Emily.
And it's there.
Yeah.
I filled it in, but I have a little flower. It's shiny.
Oh, I see the shiny. Very beautiful.
Emily, I'm having good luck with the vaping.
I want to quickly do a winged liner using Dragonfly just on the bare eye now.
Now, I will say my pulmonary doctor does not think that vaping is less harmful than cigarettes. But that's just, a pulmonary doctor who specializes in lung stuff.
Well, I think that if you are just vaping to vape, then it's one thing. But if you're vaping to quit smoking, then it could be a useful tool if you
Sure.
actually are gonna.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, because it's not been around long enough to have a lot of studies to see exactly what's up. And if it's a means to an end, then that's great.
I feel a lot better vaping than I do
Oh
smoking
yeah,
cigarettes, and I
Oh.
man, I
smell a
feel
lot
a
better
lot
too.
different.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm not giving you crap. I'm just saying, like,
Another way to look at it as well. Are you planning on vaping forever?
No.
Then why is it a big problem? Like, if you're
Well,
equally using it to
because a
replace
lot of
cigarette
people who
smoking,
vape they'll argue till they're blue in the face that, oh no, it's way less harmful. It's way less harmful, or they say it's not harmful at all, and that can't be true. I mean, you're inhaling a foreign substance into your
oh yeah, for
lungs.
sure.
It's
right.
not going
Yeah,
to be
that's
good
not.
for you.
I'm not arguing that. I'm more saying like it's not that big of a deal because you're not planning on actually like continuing. And I didn't see your comment, Cindy. Does it say your comment was taken down by Google moderator?
Oh,
team?
and see, Emily's getting freaked out because I said that. And it's you can vape. I'm not saying don't vape. I'm just saying, like, for me, that would not be a good choice because my doctor said that wouldn't be a good thing for me. I'm not trying to tell anybody else how to live or anything because I'm proud of Tish because she's stepping down. She's doing a good job, and Joe is doing a good job. Not you guys are working on getting off of it. So I'm super proud of you guys, and
I'm one of those people. I don't get offended that somebody else has another idea or another opinion or another side to talk about. It's not going to hurt me if somebody thinks differently or even tries to change my mind
Right.
about a subject. If they have more information on it than I do, then I want to hear it.
I'd rather be informed.
So,
I'm like you, Tish. I'd rather be informed.
Yeah, it's just not everybody's like that,
Oh, I get that for sure.
Not everybody is. So, all I know is I care about people. That's all. That's
yeah.
I can't help it. I'm just a caring person.
I wish I could, I guess, go down the levels faster, but I don't want to go down too fast to where I screw it up either.
Well, I don't.
Well, that's why I use the Heather's Heavenly vapes, just because their steps down are so minute. It's going to take longer to step down each step, or to the bottom. However, I'm not going through that process of, oh my God, I need a cigarette. Oh my God, I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need a cigarette. So that to me is worth taking my time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and yesterday was my 11 years of not smoking, so it's not like I don't.
That's badass.
I mean, I smoked for
Amazing.
on and off for 20 years. So,
That's
Cindy
great.
got caught by the Google moderator. Nobody.
Yes.
It's automatic by Google. Cindy, it's not anybody here trying to do it.
It's some
Yeah,
bullshit.
you can't be too nice, Cindy, because the Google moderator team will get you.
I was once
They
taken
never.
down just for saying rude. I literally, on one of Zach's live, I literally wrote just nothing else, just rude. That got taken down by Google moderator team. But then I said, go fuck yourselves, Google moderator team. You're useless at your job. You're terrible at it. That wasn't touched at all. But me just saying rude was a problem, apparently. No, well, I did a wing. Uh-oh. Let's not do that. I did a wing, a very big. I almost lost this down the side of the couch. Let's not lose the Pat McGrath down there.
No, that would be bad.
I got a big Pat McGrath wing. It wild, it opulent, it's shiny as hell. Look at that though, like
That's beautiful.
And then I go flower. Now I'm going to do makeup. And the pen wasn't too hurt either.
The only thing I have an issue with when I step down with the nicotine is that I don't know, it always seems to leak more when I step down at first, and I don't know what that is. It's probably me. I mean, quite honestly. But
I wonder if it's because it might be a different viscosity, and that might be causing an issue. Is that a thing? Like, have you noticed they are different viscosity?
I just like the word viscosity.
I don't know.
Because like different ingredients. I'm pretty sure yours is just straight up. It's just nicotine, yeah, and it's flavored because Tish is using hers to quit smoking cigarettes. So is yours flavored like anything with nicotine, or is it just straight up nicotine?
No, my current flavor is apple watermelon.
Oh, send some my way.
They have some that has no nicotine in it, but then
I
that's
don't
kind
mind
of
nicotine in it. I on the very rare occasion smoke cigarettes. I don't care. Like it's more a social thing, but I don't care if it has nicotine in it as long as it tastes like green apples. I'm in for it.
Well, I don't know if it tastes like green apples. It's apple watermelon.
The apple watermelon flavor is okay as long as there's a strong word. Is it more watermelon than appley, or is it more appley?
It's more apple than watermelon, but it's a soft apple.
But is it sweet apple?
It's sweet, but it doesn't taste like a nice crisp apple.
No. I hate it.
It's more like a Washington red.
It needs to be Granny Smith or nothing.
I'm a huge Fuji apple person.
I don't mind a Fuji apple. Granny Smiths are my top tier apple for me.
Oh, that's good. Somebody's gonna love a Granny Smith.
I'll eat it. I'll just eat it.
The writing is way too small for me to read that. I cannot read that.
I used to go through a pound of green apples in a day or two if my mum didn't hide them from me at one point because I was like literally they were my addiction was Granny Smith green apples. I'd be the dumbass that would literally kill myself by like overdosing on the apples or any of the arsenic inside of it or whatever the shit's inside of the seed.
I got an idea.
Uh-oh. Tish with an idea.
I can put on glasses and try to read the small writing.
Oh, you're so clever.
Vegetable glycerin.
Strawberry donut sounds amazing.
Propylene glycol. Flavorings. Nicotine. And those are the ingredients. I started at 18. I went down to 15, and then this is 12.
That's great, girl. Wait a second.
I'm down to, let's see, 24, 20. I'm down to 16, so I'm not too far behind you.
Amazing how those glasses can help you read stuff.
I figured that out one day. It was pretty cool. I finally put my extra pair of glasses in my beauty room so I don't have to use the magnifying glass every 5 seconds.
Do you see why I like this palette? It just did that in literally seconds.
That's gorgeous.
I feel like Rogue is trying to help me out with random information about cyanide.
She is.
That's it. It's the cyanide. No, I was the one that was eating all the apples. I was going to kill myself with cyanide poisoning, not arsenic.
Right.
Sorry.
So Rogue is helping a fellow Aussie.
That's a no.
I don't think Rogue. Are you Aussie as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You are too. That's right.
Yes, her family's in Tasmania.
That's right. I just remembered that just as you were saying it. My brain's not working today. I'm sorry. That's also an unwanted guest on my face that I've covered up in pretty Pat McGrath eyeshadow. If you ever see me in shape now, that's on there. That's what that is.
I got one over here, but it's just a pimple.
I'm sorry, Rogue. Your glasses don't work anymore.
Thank you, Emily. This is the actual same dye that I've been using for the last month or so now. It just keeps on changing color and getting darker whenever I use it. I don't know.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I don't care.
Well, as long as you're happy.
Yeah, I've literally just been bleaching it and just adding the dye on. I think there is also the difference. This is it at its longest that I've redone this color. I've been shaving it every time, so that could also be a factor.
I saw my dad today.
Yeah, is that good? I don't know.
I walked in and he goes, "Holy shit, girl, you look like me."
Oh
no.
Now you got the family nose.
My sister, she tried to tell me because my nose was swollen that I have the Hudson nose, which is my mom's side of the family, where we have bulbous noses on the end. And I said, well, it's swollen right now, so right now I have a Hudson nose. And but originally I have a Jaderlin nose, so that's my dad's side of the family. So I'm waiting for the swelling to go down so I can have the Jaderlin nose.
Well, it's kind of fun that you get to have both sides of the family's nose in one lifetime.
Right?
Oh,
It's a magical experience.
Emily, it's pretty common to have reached 300 and then go back down to 297. YouTube unsubscribes people all the time, so
Yeah.
you just got to get past 300 to keep 300. But it is frustrating.
I think I've just stopped growing at this point. I don't care. I'm just having fun with you guys.
Yeah.
I just turned my number off. So I couldn't see it unless I go on YouTube Studio and actually look at it. Because I just got tired of looking at the number. I don't want to obsess over
look
the
at it.
number.
I just, whenever I go into YouTube Studio to upload is when I see it, and I just see that it's pretty much not really like done anything. But or other than like, I shouldn't say I haven't done anything. I've been gaining subscribers, but I also think due to all the drama that's been going on in the last couple of weeks, the people that have been lurking, they've been unsubscribing. Plus, I've been blocking people, which has been dropping my number at the same time as I've been gaining. So I've just been pretty much staying around at the same number.
Well, because of the way my personality is, I will obsess over stupid things.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to be one of them. So I just turned it off so that I actually have to search it out to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I get it. I understand, Tish.
Not everybody's like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need to see all my numbers all the time. But I keep going up and down. I just would like to get past 1170 and go a little further up.
I think for me, it also helps because I am also concurrently studying to actually go into a new career. Like, that's probably also helping. Like, I don't care for the numbers because for me, this is literally just fun. Like,
Yeah.
even when I'm watching live streams, I'm still doing schoolwork to do the work. So, yes, it'd be fun to do this. And then on top of all that, my actual main passion isn't YouTube, it's product photography. So for me, this is also still more on the hobby side. I can still show off other sides of me, and like when it comes to production of videos in terms of makeup, or when I've played piano, or if I've done like a little field trip or road trip, I'd still do videos like that. But for me, product photography is my main thing. So I think that might be a bit of a difference for me at the very least when it comes to this stuff. Like, it isn't the same field of what I'm mentally thinking of YouTube. This is purely just I'm hanging out with friends. Like, this for me is almost like a Skype call every time we do it. That just happens to have people watching and it's on YouTube. Like, I don't think of this as like a YouTube thing. This is just me hanging out with friends on a Skype call that happens to be hosted on YouTube, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. I have a question. See what you guys think. Rome is getting ready to have hip surgery in less than a month, and he said he was watching this channel where they help document what it's like after surgery, and because there's plenty of videos about the actual surgery that he's having, and he wants us to document his hip recovery. Would you guys be interested in that?
Yeah.
I think that
like and support.
I think that it's helpful, very helpful for people who have to have the same surgery to know what it's like, what they're heading into. When the reason I started watching Tiffany Wears T-shirts is because she had the septoplasty, and the first of her videos that I watched was her septoplasty videos.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was trying to document the process. I'm not very good at it though, so.
Well, it's harder to do on your own. It's easier to do if you've got someone to help.
Yeah. See, that's why it like pisses me off I'm in Australia. I just love to be with you guys so I could just go all over America all the time and be like, filming! Even though that's not really realistic, at least in this time, but the dream it would be.
Yeah, I like hanging out a lot.
Look at the
cool.
purple.
Well, some people go into YouTube thinking, okay, they want to make it a career, and there's nothing wrong with that. And some
Yeah.
people go into YouTube not knowing what they're doing. And then some people go into YouTube thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to do this because it seems like it's fun and it seems like it'd be a good hobby. And that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
But for people like me, I take my hobby and I start obsessing over small things in that hobby, and then it's no longer fun. And I don't want it to not be fun.
Yeah, I get that too.
So
I definitely
it's
used to
just
have that
I know
issue.
myself well enough to try to diffuse my triggers, I guess.
Right. Well, I
Kind
just
of like the adult diapers before tying somebody up. Got to think of some of the small things.
all the small things. I don't know all the words. Anyway, yeah, I feel fortunate that I was able to get monetized, and as I was going, that ended up being a goal. I mean, I never thought that I would reach 1,000 subscribers. That just seemed like something I could never do, and I never thought that I would get monetized. And I am, but I don't make very much money at all, and it's not about the money. It's nice to have a little chunk of change to make a little credit card payment,
Yeah,
but I'm not getting rich.
right.
I mean, I get like a fraction of a penny for every ad that somebody watches. And the fact that I
Yeah.
make any money is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like last month was the month that I made the most amount of money, and that was $60. And I thought it was like, wow, $60.
Yeah.
But you only get paid once you reach $100. So, and it took me months to get my first paycheck.
Well, I've been watching your videos, and I have YouTube Premium, and I know that YouTube Premium does pay a bit more. So,
Right? It does show. It does show me that who uses. It does show me a percentage of YouTube Premium.
oh, so you will actually hopefully notice then that I've been watching your videos.
I can tell. I think you're the only one. It's like 1 to 2% is YouTube Premium.
Well, I hope
See,
that
Emily,
makes
your
some
channel's
small
different.
difference.
You're sharing life experiences, and
Yeah.
that helps a lot of people.
I'm
People
posting
who
dumb
watch
makeup
things like that, they
content.
don't feel so alone in stuff they've experienced.
Yeah.
So it's a different type of channel, and so when you go into something like that, you may not be thinking, okay, well, I want to make a career of this, but you are thinking, I do want to help people, and in order to help people actually have to watch.
Yeah. And Rogue, I'm so sorry you broke your pelvis in the past. That must have been just awful. You poor girl. Rogue's been through tons of horrible things. But she's a trooper, man. She keeps on going.
Sometimes have to, really sucks, but
Well, I mean, there's only a couple of alternatives if you don't keep going. I just admire her pluck, her pluckiness.
Perseverance through adversity.
That's my middle name, Rhonda Perseverance Through Adversity Roberts. How did you know?
My middle name's Michael. I got a boring middle name.
I got a country ass name. I think Joe knows my middle name.
I know your middle name because I'm always in your guts, my love.
That's true. You are up in my guts.
It's a horrible way of putting it. I am so sorry.
That's right, Rogue. It does make you strong.
My eyes aren't working at the moment. I can't tell which one's the normal and which one's the extra zoom. Ugh. I think this one. I can't tell which mirror is which because my eyes are fucky, they can't focus properly, so I can't focus on the mirrors at the moment, so I can't tell which one's closer.
All the small things. I've got that and Love After Love. stuck
It's
in my
like-
head at the same time.
I
I've
took my
been
son
feeling in
to
my
see.
love.
I took my son to see a 3D movie, thinking, "Oh, he's gonna think this is like the coolest thing ever," and he kept telling me, "Mom, I don't want to wear the glasses. I don't want to wear the glasses. They just make my head feel funny. They just make my head feel funny." Well, then his school said, "Well, you need to get his eyes checked because he failed his eye test at school." And I was like, "What?" Okay, so we went to get his eyes checked. He's got 20/20 vision in one eye, and he's 120 vision in the other eye, which means he can't see 3D.
Oh, that's funny. That's terrible, but it's funny.
And I was just like, "Oh my God." Now I feel like an asshole because I'm like, "No, just put the glasses on. It's really cool. I promise you." And he's like, "This is crazy."
Well, that'll save you some money at the movie theater if that we ever get to go back.
uh, he doesn't watch movies unless they're at the theater, and then he only wants to watch Marvel movies.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
Tony.
I'd take him if I
Saves
could.
a lot of money on Disney movies, to tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. I miss seeing movies at the theater. That was like one of mine and Rome's like favorite things to do on a weekend was to go see a movie.
Yeah.
We've got a movie theater less than a mile from our house, and it's a smaller movie theater, and it's super good, and it's got the best popcorn. I miss it.
I
One
had to
day,
give up the other bag of caramel corn to my husband.
I saw that caramel corn you're eating, girl.
I ate the whole bag.
Oh, Emily wants to know what makes it about YouTube Premium. I think she wants to know more about it besides no
oh,
ads.
so I really just use it to be able to play videos in the background. You can download videos as well. So if there's been some certain instances where I found a song that is copyright free that is on YouTube, and I can just literally download it straight onto my iPad, and I can use it in my editing for YouTube videos myself because it's copyright free. I've also, if the channel is actually monetized like Wifey Rhonda is, you not only don't have to watch ads, it actually gives them technically a more percentage of the revenue. As an individual viewer, you count more towards the money they make. So if you're watching people you genuinely want to support that are smaller creators, it's helpful for them and also gets you around ads. So there is a couple of extra bonuses outside of it just playing. Oh, you can watch videos in the background. You get access to premium content. You get access to YouTube Music as well. So you can essentially have a streaming service that is YouTube, but for all the music. And you can download things onto your device so you don't have to use data. If you are out and about, you can just use what's stored on the device. So, yeah, I like it for what it
Did you
is.
see what I found?
What
I
is
made my husband dig in the closet because I bought him this,
That's
and
the
it was
record.
the wrong one. So he went and he bought the right one, and he didn't return this one because I got it on Amazon. And then we had the old one, which he put in my son's room. So this one's just been chilling in the closet since I bought it for him. And I was like, "Do you still have that?" He said, "Well, yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do with it." I said, "Well, give it back. I'm gonna send it to Shelly."
Oh, that's awesome.
Because Shelly was talking about she needs to get rid of her cable, and I was like, she said she wants like just to have the Netflix, but she doesn't know how to get the Netflix on her TV without the cable.
Right.
So I was like,
Aw.
Roku. It's
I
one
don't
brand new
believe-
inbox that's just chilling in the closet collecting dust.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure, Emily, because some of the videos I've downloaded directly onto my device, so they're like actually stored on your device. But other things, it's like with the YouTube Music app, it's they're stored on your phone, but it's within the app itself. So if you don't pay for a month's subscription or you stop it, you can't access that content, but it will still be on your phone. You just have to repay to access the content. That's the best way I can think to describe it. But there is really little that will be downloaded by me that it will matter for me. I don't know about you, but because the majority of the time it will be like music that is copyright free that I'm downloading, and I can equally download it in other ways. It's just it's easier using YouTube Premium which gives me access to just download it straight onto my iPad.
All right.
I have my Back to the Future shirt on.
Aw, I can't tell this Back to the Future.
It's the Under the Sea.
Oh, right.
And then the back says, "You are my density."
Aw, I love that. You are my density, Tish.
Whoa. This is what I wanted to do. Beautiful.
It's Patty.
That's gorgeous.
I'm using an Australian pigment. I was going to use my Super Beauty Hydro Liner, but then I went, fuck it, I'm not going to. So I didn't.
All right.
I need a good exfoliator.
I recommend sandpaper.
My glove that I use is like a piece of sandpaper, but it's gentle sandpaper and it exfoliates my face nicely.
No,
Right.
I need a chemical exfoliant because if I use a physical exfoliant, it will burn my face.
Oh, well,
I can't help you there.
terrible.
A washcloth will literally put scabs on my face.
That's crazy, girl.
But my nose is peeling off.
Right.
Yes, so this is the Australian brand I'm using. It's called Down Under Cosmetics.
And
the product is called their Diamond Gold.
It's really pretty.
And that's what's on my inner corner and on my brow right now. And then I've just put Diamond Wet over the... Oh, not Diamond Wet. Fuckhead.
Choking on life.
Mm-hmm. I'm choking just in general. I want to be at least. Anyways, I have a beautiful highlighter. It's shiny. Look at that. That's what's on the center of my lid. And then from this palette, I used these two as my main mattes, and then I packed that on the center of the lid, and that's what the base is that the highlighter is on top of.
Cool.
That's the look I wanted and I envisioned in my head. Done.
The look I'm about to do today is I'm going to take this e.l.f. Sheer Slick stick, and it is a tinted lip balm, and I'm going to apply it right now.
Ooh.
Oh, no, that's what my thought was, Tish. I'm assuming that's what you're going about too.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just... Ugh.
I mean, I'll eat a little bit of Jeffree Star lip scrub when I'm using it, but not like 5 jars of it.
So, like, this is Choking on Ice. I love it. It's beautiful. Lick My Glit. I'm pretty sure that's the greenish one, and that's the other one I want to get eventually. That's from the original 3 sets that he released in the white packaging. I do like the look of the Blood Money ones, but I probably won't get them because they're colours that don't interest me. But if I were to get any other of the Extreme Frosts, it definitely would be Lick My Glit as well, which is, I'm pretty sure, is the green one.
Jeannie gave me an Extreme Frost, but I can't remember what the name of it is. It's in the other room, which I was like, thanks, Jeannie.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm a beauty guru.
No,
I'm going to put on Ink Incredible.
Lick My
All
Glit
right, girl.
Sour.
You're just jealous of my lip balm.
I dumb Emily. I thank you for reminding me. It's Sour Ice is the Lick My Glit. Lick My Glit is pink. Sour Ice is the green one, and I should remember that because I'm pretty sure my green highlighter that I have from Jeffree is something like sour candy or sour candy.
Sour apple, maybe?
I don't know, but it's a really dark green highlighter.
Yeah,
so
I remember that one.
I want it to go along.
Candy apple something, isn't it?
Yeah,
sour candy apple.
No, because there's like he's got a couple of things that are candy something or candy apple. Like my favorite lipstick from him is Candy Ass, and that is like a pink that is hyper metallic. It is so beautiful. And then he's got Candy Apple Drip, which I'm pretty sure is a lip gloss.
I ordered androgyny this weekend.
Ooh. One of my
'Cause
friends, that was her favorite palette. Then her child took it into the bathtub, thought it would make a good bath time toy.
Well, I meant the lippy, not. I've got the androgyny palette, which they are saying is a good dupe for the Raw Beauty Christie palette from ColourPop. Or actually, but there's a very similar color stories. I saw it in a video.
Mm.
And also, they're saying the subculture palette from ABH is also very similar.
I got powder in my Pantograph
I
palette.
think
Like
I think Boston Emily, it would depend on your undertone. If pink or purple would look really good on you. I'm really pale and I can wear both.
I'm
It also depends on what look you're going for.
I'm also extremely pale. I just look darker because of my lighting and there's black behind me. I'm very pale when I actually put makeup, like proper foundation on. My undertone's fucky. I've got a lot of red. Once you remove the red, I'm pale as shit. But purples and stuff look good on me, so they
Yeah,
look good on you.
I like to rock pink and purple together.
Yes.
I rock the potty with the pink and purple.
Candy Apple Drip.
Is that the
I got to-
highlighter?
It was stuck in
I
my
got-
head.
I got to see my niece today. She's getting so big. And she looked at me and she says, Chi, you have purple nails. I said,
Oh,
yeah. She says, I got purple nails too, but don't touch them. They're wet. I
oh,
said, aw. I said, let me see. So she shows me and she's got this metallic dark purple on her nails. And I said, yeah. I said, but I broke one of mine. She goes, oh, you got a green one. You got a green one. I want a green one. Can I have a green one? She's like 4. She's just the cutest thing ever.
I love it. I'm gonna put this on because I haven't worn
She's
this.
so good. I told my sister, I said, do not procreate ever again because you'll never hit that jackpot twice. Like this child never screamed ever. I heard her crying when she was a baby in the middle of the night, and all you hear is this.
oh.
My kids screamed. If you didn't hear them within the first 0.5 seconds of them fussing, they screamed. This kid just whimpers. I'm like, girl, do not have any more.
I had one of my family members had a daughter that like was even crazier than that, to the point that she would literally go for hours starving herself, not crying at all, to let people know she was awake, literally from birth. She was a painful child in that way. Like, she would sit in her own waste in the nappy. She would just go hungry. She just wouldn't cry. She just wouldn't cry. She's naughty now. She's a bigger child, but as a baby, silent. It was so strange. She was building it all up for being a toddler.
Well, it's funny. My sister, she says she's trying to eat a Swiss roll, and Nova's sitting there, and she's like, "Mommy, can I have a bite? Can I have a bite?" Because toddlers, they're you can't have anything to yourself. That's just a given with toddlers. You just can't. They want half of what you have, if not all of what you have. Every child is like that. I swear. And she goes, "How did you deal with this?" I said, "I automatically bought enough that I just assumed my kid was going to take half. So I just always assumed that they were going to take half. So I made sure I had enough so that I had what I wanted and they would have what they wanted."
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Oh, that's not going to fly." I was like, "Girl, you've no clue."
Awesome.
Wait till this kid hits teenage years and she's like playing sports or something and eating you out of house and home, and you're going, what the heck?
Lipstick, yay.
Yay!
Which
I
is
love that
funny because
color.
I don't know. My sister, she lived with me for a period of time, and during that time, she ate so much food, and she's
Wow.
I've seen grown men who can't put down as much food as this girl can. She can put away some food, like 3 huge burger meals, no problem. But she never went hungry when she was with us. So we just bought enough food that we would fill everybody. I'm like,
Right.
it's exactly like that. You just have to buy enough food for everybody to get full. That's how it works. And if there's only enough food for the kids to get full, then you don't eat. That's how parenthood works.
Yeah, that can provide a whole nother set of challenges, I could imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, Rogue. That
I
is
hope
a
you
whole
get some
other
good
set of
sleep, Emily.
things.
Okay.
Bye,
No.
Emily.
Thank you, Emily. I want
Good
to
night,
kind of
Emily.
I kind of want to pack one of these shimmers over the top of its lips to make
Do it.
I think I'd be using this one, which is kind of the closest to the tone of the lipstick.
What is it with these raccoons? They just love my truck. I gotta move that truck so it's not right outside my bedroom window.
It's magical, clearly.
They like to hop up and down on the hood because the hood bends in. It makes a blunk 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 noise when they jump on it.
Oh, wow.
So they like to make the noise, and they sit there and they play on my truck.
Shiny.
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather.
It's not getting shiny enough quickly enough for me. I'm too impatient, so I'm going in with the down under cosmetic stuff.
Come, pale mistress in the dark. I'm singing Velvet Underground to you guys.
That's okay.
I know, it's okay. Raccoon Trampoline, that sounds like the name of a terrible band. Hey man, have you heard Raccoon Trampoline? They're
Or
fine.
a sleepless night.
Yeah, that's no good.
Is that a Snoopy with a Christmas hat on?
It is, and he's got a little Woodstock on his butt. And what?
Oh,
And like Woodstock moves on his butt.
He snores like me.
And he's all snoring to some Snoopy music.
He snores like I do.
Yep. He's my Christmas stuffed animal for my couch.
I love him.
I put some Christmas stuff up in my beauty room already.
Heck yeah, why not?
I'm not done with it, but I've just got some stuff started.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so many people already putting Christmas stuff up. It's because this year sucks so bad. It's like, why not? Let's have a little Christmas a little early this year.
Kitty is investigating.
Oh, yeah. That's Jesse. That's Jesse. He never comes out on camera. He looks like he's about to mount Snoopy for a second.
Ooh. Whoa.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. I love you.
Wow.
He says, I love you too, Joe. I'm just a shy kitty who's giant fat. Oh, he's sniffing Snoopy's ass. Uh-oh. He's gonna get he's tossing Snoopy salad.
Okay, man. That escalated quickly.
Well, de-escalated.
What's funny is Emily went to bed, but she said she was going to leave us running so she could listen. I could hear her laughing.
Oh, I'm sure. Look at him. He's all down with the
Shiny
muffin.
lips on the arm. It's like, wow.
Hi, Jesse. I'll
It's
take
pretty,
one.
James.
Thank you. I got
James is beautiful.
you beautiful.
We're all beautiful. What did you put on your forehead?
Juice.
Oh, I was like, man, I thought you were putting like a little shimmery star on your forehead or something.
No, it
That
was
would be cool.
it was the lid of my setting spray. I was seeing if it would stick, but it didn't. So I just poured the little bit of setting spray that was in it on my face, so I can set the glitter in place.
Sweet. Jesse, are you gonna leave me now?
I know he just wants Sniffy to sniff his booty.
I know. They're reciprocating. He's reciprocating. If I make this hat move, if I turn on Snoopy, it's gonna scare Jesse.
Yeah.
I don't want to scare Jesse. I can't believe he's being in the video.
You're not being shy for once, yay!
Oh, Rogue, stop it.
The
You're not
ugly
an
duckling was not an ugly animal. The ugly duckling wasn't even a duck. It was a beautiful swan who had to grow into being beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Rogue. I've seen your face growing. You ain't ugly. Silly thing. It was just like Zach said last night. He doesn't know any ugly people. The
Oh,
only
I know ugly people. They may
Well,
not be physically ugly.
Well, I was about to say the only ugly people, the worst kind of ugly people are the ugly on the inside.
Yeah.
But I think Zach was speaking aesthetically. But there's a little bit of bad in the best of us and a little bit of good in the worst of us. And sometimes you got to look for that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't get past the ugly and the mean and the evil.
Sometimes it's truly hard.
I egg.
Oh, Rogue's waiting to be the swan. Well, it could happen any time now, Rogue. You could turn into a swan any time that you want to.
Just gotta stretch them legs and
You just got to believe.
Believe. I believe in life
That's
after
exactly what I
life.
was about to do.
I've been having that song
it
in my
was
head
going
all
in my
morning.
head. I didn't sing it, but it was definitely in my head.
I simply don't think I'm strong enough. No, I can't do Cher.
I don't have my phone next to me. I wanted to play it.
Well, I can play it.
Can you play it for me, wifey?
I can, husband. I've got YouTube on my phone.
Phenomenal.
Oh, there's a stupid ad.
I love this part of the song. It's fucking banger. Oh. You might want to move your phone a bit away from the mic. It's peaking a bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. It was just making the microphone peak, so it was very crackly for us.
Yeah.
There we go.
All the time. Is that enough?
I was fine with the whole song. I don't give a shit.
drag queen that doesn't have any makeup on.
It's okay. You can be a drag queen without the makeup on.
At least I don't have a 5 o'clock shadow.
You coming for me with that one? That's just not very nice.
Oh, that's enough share.
Right, it came for my throat and just slid it right across. Just like,
Yeah, but your facial hair isn't. I
At
mean,
least I don't have a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. Fuck me, I guess. Hey, Ron.
oh, James, fuck your drag. That's what they would say on Drag Race. Fuck your drag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, your 5 o'clock shadows don't look half as bad as some of the drag queen 5 o'clock shadows I've seen.
Yeah, that's just because I have shitty facial hair growth because I've been plucking it out so much.
Well, that's wonderful.
That's the end goal. I don't want any beard, at least upper lip hair. I'd be happy with that gone. This I can deal with because this I can get it so it doesn't really have a shadow, but I always have a shadow on my upper lip.
I know. I'm sorry, babe.
So I just want to stab it.
Well, Rogue, you get a warning before you get a strike for the copyright, so.
I don't care. I've had lives where I've blasted music for longer and I haven't gotten it flagged at all, and then I've had a song where I've only used a song for 15 seconds at the intro, and that's just been no. So,
It's all about the algorithm.
the only rhythm I want is the music's rhythm, not the algorithm.
Well, and I sing songs in my videos all the time, so.
I know it's such bullshit. Just let.
If they come for me, I'll do better. But if they don't, then I'll just keep doing what I do.
Until they tell me off, I'm just gonna say, "I'm fucking you."
Exactly.
But they've already told me off.
Aw, baby, I'm sorry.
They told me off multiple times on Jeffree Star videos.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, today's the Manny MUA unveiling.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I bet it's probably going to be about noon or 1
I need it now.
Pacific time. Or maybe it'll be 10. Who knows what time? I'm just guessing numbers at this point. Maybe it'll be now.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
That would be lovely.
We get to see how beautiful it is together in person. Well, not in person, but you know what I mean.
I know.
My brain's not functioning anymore. I don't know why.
It shouldn't have to
Not
function.
a trampoline. Go play on the tarp.
I want to play here. I don't want to play on the top. I want to play on the YouTube.
They like the tarp.
I like to play.
There's your pink.
I leave a tarp out there just for them.
Aw, that's sweet.
But they dragged the tarp off of the freezer I had out there. So when we moved to the freezer, I took the tarp and I left it on the patio for them to play with because they love it so much. They like to jump on it. They're little jumpy guys.
I don't blame them.
You got very jumpity raccoons.
Did you speak English, Joe? What did you just say?
I have jumpity raccoons.
raccoons. We all understood but you.
Now you all said it at once, and I really don't know.
Jumpity raccoons.
Oh, the way Joe said it, I was like, is that English? I couldn't tell. I'm like, Joe, don't speak the gibberish. It's our secret language. Just say that you leave it. It takes time to believe. Oh my God.
Gonna be the only one now.
Love it.
Oh.
That's what I aimed for. I also have played the whole Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley on my channel before, from start to finish. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Rick Astley, Rick rolled the whole TikTok. He has it's Rick Talk. He calls it Rick Talk. and he totally lip synced his own song, and it had like 5 million hits on TikTok.
Why
That would
not?
be like Evan's favorite TikToker. He loves Rick Astley.
Well, it's like Rick Talk on TikTok.
I need that in my life.
The official Rick Astley is what it said.
The first time that he met Renee, he sang her the whole song, and Renee was like, I can't believe he knows that whole song.
That's really cute that he does.
It's a great song. I don't blame him.
He has micro obsessions like I do. And
Yeah.
so he hyper obsesses on finding out certain, like everything about one certain thing. And so he heard he heard somebody get rickrolled, and he's like, okay. So he comes and he talks to us about the rickrolling, and we're like, that's a whole song, right? It's like a whole song from like the 80s. And he's like, really? So we told him about it. He went and he looked it up, and he listened to it over and over and over and over until he figured out all the words.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was me pretty much the whole time I was in my really big music phase. Now it's just makeup and makeup and makeup and makeup.
Man, when I was growing up, I would have loved to have the internet to help me with music. We had to just like listen to the radio and have a cassette player that you would tape. The radio would be playing, and the cassette tape player was separate from the radio, and you'd have to push the record, and and it was like you were happy to have what you could just scrape by.
That's how I got Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me on tape.
Aw. And that now you can just get it wherever, and so many resources and all the lyrics, and it's like, man, my whole life musically would have been so different with the internet. And once the internet happened, it was just like the world of music. Like, I've had so many music collections. I've lost so many digital music collections that I don't even bother. I just look up the songs I want now.
It's easier that way because someone's bound to have it.
Oh yeah, there's not been hardly anything I can't find. And I was an internet DJ for a while, and I had such a fantastic database of songs. It was so good, and you can still find some of my radio shows on like the internet.
I'm old school. I have a book of CDs in my car.
Aww.
Of course, I have in the book of CDs. I have everything from Tchaikovsky to Eminem.
Well, lose yourself. It's once in a lifetime, yo.
So I got to listen to Beethoven though. Hell yeah. I rhymed with you, wifey. I don't know. It's too tired for that shit.
I used to be.
My sister couldn't steal my sticks.
What?
I was like, no, you cannot have my sticks.
I used to work at a classical radio station, and I would be the person that made sure all the music played.
You were making sure.
So I've been a radio DJ, a real radio DJ. I only spoke on the radio once, but I was the person who was called a board op, who played all the music and queued up the announcement tracks. Because it was all on reel-to-reel tape, because it was in the 90s. The late 80s, early 90s. And then I was a club DJ. Then I was an internet DJ.
Mm-hmm. Doing all the DJing.
And I was also a karaoke host.
You know those kids' toys? They're like little kitchen setups where you got like the stove and stuff. And well, I used to work at this place where we would build those out of wood, and they were like majorly expensive. I worked building yachts for a while. I did residential remodeling. I did metal stamping. Wow. I sold perfume for a while. I did telemarketing for about 2 weeks.
That's about all you can do.
And then I was like, I can't do this. I worked in an office at an acupuncture clinic. Worked at HVAC company in the office. I worked on cars. It wasn't like an official job. Like nobody employed me. It was like I worked on people's cars who couldn't afford a mechanic,
Aw.
like low income families. But it was like a side thing.
It makeup time to go.
Did other things, but I can't remember right now.
I did stuff.
I know you did, Joe.
I've done many things. I can't remember most of him or her though. So after a certain point, no, the alcohol, it gets fun, and then you forget, and then you do things, and it's oh well.
And then you do things. You do
My
things.
my
Do
husband
things,
just
and oh well.
And, oh, well.
my husband just took a box out of my car, and I was like, "What's in that box?" He says, "Oh, here, I'll show you." He pulls out 2 Sony Walkmans. He pulls out a whole little boombox for mini cassettes.
Oh,
He pulled
wow.
out a 2 old school cameras, that like one of the first ones with like actual screens on them, digital cameras.
Right.
I was just like, what the heck? He says, yeah, I got a really good deal on it. I was like, are you going to use any of it? He goes, well, I only got it because I wanted the Walkmans.
Wow.
He bought a whole box of like random old electronics so that you could have a couple of Walkmans.
Well,
Whatever.
it's worth it if they work, because cassette tapes are back for a lot of people.
I have a lot of cassette tapes.
That's cool.
I have a lot of records too, like vinyl.
Yeah, I've lost so many record and cassette collections. I've lost more music than some people will ever have.
I have John Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet" on vinyl,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but I
That's
also have
terrible.
Alice Cooper.
I like Alice Cooper. I mean, Bon Jovi's not terrible. He's just like, he was just so prevalent. He was just everywhere fucking back in the day. Like, my favorite Bon Jovi song is Little Runaway, which was his first hit. Daddy's girl has gone, and all the things she didn't say. Ooh, she's a little runaway. That's a good one.
Most of my stuff is like from my grandfather's collection of country music.
Oh, that's got to be interesting if you like country music.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He had basically what's now considered box sets for
Yeah.
records.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's like
kinda cool.
it's you know how they the best hits of the
Right.
50s or the best hits of the 80s, and they put it all on one collection so you can find it all here.
Right.
Yeah, he had a whole catalog of box sets of these.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
So I have all of those. My favorite one growing up though was the Oh Donna by Richie Valens.
Oh, Donna.
Oh, Donna.
That's so pretty. Yeah, my mom had the 50s set, and I loved it. And Del Shannon, Run Away. That's a good one. Run, 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 run away. I used to love listening to all the 50s music.
I have a lot of Christmas music too on vinyl.
Oh, I like Christmas, but Christmas music I can only take little bits of. Just a little
I have
bit.
a hard time with like newer, like I cannot stand Christmas music that has anything to do with Mariah Carey. I just can't stand it.
No, I can't either. What are you scratching my couch for? Oh, Jesse's back.
Jesse is back.
Back
But you
again.
give me some Gene Autry, and I am in heaven.
Well, all right,
Gene
girl.
Autry, Loretta Lynn, Tanya Tucker, their Christmas music, I'm all over it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
That's not ice cream. That's a tummy ache.
Joe, is it muffin time, Joe?
And
I
lots
just
of
ate
trips
it.
to the bathroom.
Is it muffin time?
I just ate it.
You just ate it and I didn't even notice. How was your muffin?
It was amazing. Thanks for asking.
Was it blueberry?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite muffin? That's awesome.
I love a good blueberry muffin.
Wait till you come here. They have them in spades here.
Aussie, it's Aussie blueberry, is it? I love Aussie blueberry. Oi, let's get an oil can and some muffins. We like to call them blue-eyed babies.
Oh.
Tish, have you seen me do that live yet? I just
Yeah.
can't help it. It's just the worst British/Australian Monty Python bastardization that makes me laugh so hard.
Probably should wait until post healing before that. It might be a bad time if
Blue-eyed babies. That would be a great thing to call a little muffin. It's my blue-eyed baby. It is.
I'm so calling them that from now on.
Because he has little blue eyes. Oh, Cindy's laughing because it's so bad, Cindy. It doesn't sound Australian. It barely sounds British. Oh, I like sexy. I think it's ugly. Like I can do like weird random British accents from movies, but I'm not very good. I'm not very good, but for some reason I just love doing that little voice.
It's the enthusiasm. It's the enthusiasm we love.
I know. That's it. That's going to be in my tombstone. She was enthusiastic. Here lies Rhonda. She was enthusiastic. Oh, no, it's going to say, here lies good old Rondi. She was enthusiastic.
Here lies good old Rondi.
That's right. Rondi just jumped off the hay wagon.
No, it just has to be written in your bastardized British Australian accent.
Yeah, and you have to push a button for it. Well, eventually, they have pictures. Eventually, there'll be videos on tombstones, and then and sound bites.
Oh, I can't wait for that. If somebody passes your grave, and all you hear is "Let me out! Let me out!"
Or one of the famous epitaphs that's like really old. That says, "I told you I was sick."
Yeah.
Like that's like ancient. That's like from hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
I just want mine to say "not in the box."
Not the box.
I mean, can you imagine walking past a headstone and all you see is it says "not in the box"? So you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, that would be weird. Mine would say "some assembly required."
No, that's when you just have body is MIA. Uh-oh.
Batteries not included.
Oh.
As a parent, that's really funny.
That's just when you have a tombstone with a hole in it, insert finger here, and just shove your finger in and see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's no bueno. I wouldn't be sticking my finger in random holes.
No.
As an adult. As an adult, I stopped thinking.
You spent all the fingering for when you were a kid, huh?
Yeah, I fingered everything when I was a kid.
Even the other kids, apparently. Shit.
Cindy, I'm killing Cindy. I had my fingers in all the pudding pies. I mean, when you're little, you touch everything or put it in your mouth or, It's not like you weren't a kid and it's like, oh, what's this plastic army man taste like?
So you'd put your finger in it, then you put it in your mouth afterwards.
Yeah.
You're getting a good time.
I was not a boring child. I was a good time.
You give things a thorough inspection, would you?
I would.
Mm.
Inside and out.
I like to take things apart and put them back together to see if I could do it.
I couldn't do
Until I broke my sister's stereo.
Yeah. What, Joe?
Whew, I feel like a ghost just punched me in the fucking rib. I'm okay.
Oh, no. Jesus, take the wheel.
Whew.
Oh, my good Lord, oh, sweet girl.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, those punches are important.
Whew.
Those punches are important, girl.
Y'all ever do that? Like you're just living life, and life punches you really hard.
Well, last night,
Right.
we were talking about something weird, and all of a sudden, I felt like there was ice pick through my temple, and I made a face.
I get it right here.
Mine's right above this. Oh, it's the same eye. No, it's a different eye. Mine's the opposite eye.
I get them and it feels like it's right there, but almost back here, but in this spot, so wherever that meets up inside the head.
Oh, it goes right here, just straight through.
Gun right here. Pew, pew.
Pew pew, pew pew pew,
Pew, pew, pew, pew.
pew pew pew. I'm shooting up and down.
Jason was trying. We was just going down the road, and I looked at the license plate in front of us. The letter part was PEW, and I couldn't help it. I just looked at him. I started going pew pew pew.
That's me.
At least you weren't fingering everything.
We have someone that drives around here with a number plate that is 6 6s, and it's on a BMW. They just drive around with 6 6s. They paid like over
Now, I have a
$1,000
question.
Australian dollars for that to just have a custom number plate of 66666.
I've never seen a BMW go over 35.
Oh, I have.
I have.
Oh, I have.
We have Beamer police cars here. Oh no, we have cray fast Beamers. I've been in one that's gone hauling ass. I mean, there's other cars that are much more impressive, but some Beamers.
Probably because the cost of living is so high in Washington that only like the old rich people can afford them, and they don't want to drive them very fast.
Well, it sounds like that's a good used car to look forward to in the future.
A lot of Beamers are like the same price as Mitsubishi here. Like a BMW is not anything special unless it's like one of the higher end Beamers with
Right.
this striping, or it's like a Beamer's a Beamer here.
My brother-in-law thought he could get a brand new car for $12,000.
Really?
I was like, are you living in the past?
I mean, you can get a good used car for $12,000.
Gosh. My Cavalier, when I turned 18, I bought brand new. I saved up all my monies, and it was $13,000, and that was just a Chevrolet Cavalier 22 years ago.
Yeah.
I've never owned a brand new car.
Oh, my dad worked for Ford, and I was in a car wreck when I was young, and so I had a settlement. So they bought me a new Escort, and it was like probably $6,000 or $7,000, and that was 1985.
I just started driving cars that were fuel injected.
That's who the Beamer's driving around, Tish. The 90-year-old sugar daddies.
Ruby! Hi, Ruby Booty. Oh, now she's going to check out Snoopy's butt.
Hey, Ruby.
She looked up real quick, like, hey, you're telling my secrets.
I know. Ruby's all up in that Snoopy ass.
Sweet, sweet Ruby.
All up in that Snoopy poopy. Ooh.
What are you up to, little girl? What are you up to, pretty?
Oh.
What are you up to? Look how cute you are. She's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't no little baby no more. I don't know why she likes to face the wall all the time, but she does.
I just found one of my own lash hairs inside my mouth.
Mm.
That sounds delightful.
I was just eating my ice cream in peace, and then I felt a hair on my mouth and pulled it out, and it's one of the lash hairs. I'm like, okay.
I was just eating my ice cream in peace.
I was just eating my ice cream, and there's a lash hair. I haven't either. I don't drive. I can drive. I just feel like I'm dangerous behind the wheel.
Talk about Jesus take the wheel. Rogue's never owned a car. Wow. I've had a bunch of cars.
I've, in the middle of a panic attack, I've almost thrown myself out of cars too many times for me to be a safe driver. So.
Well, good. At least you know that, and you're not trying to do something that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Me and my mom had that conversation all the time. I'm like, Mom, she's like, well, you know, they didn't want to take Tudor's driver's license away. I'm like, Tudor's blind. They had to. There wasn't an option. And she's like, well, it's hard for old people. I said, Mama, at 27, I had to give up driving. You can't talk to me about how hard it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like if I were to ever have the ability to, like, not have those type of panic attacks, it'd probably be some form of medication, and I'm sure at that point it'd be like, I'd be so heavily medicated I couldn't operate a vehicle anyway. So
You just do what you need to do, sweet baby James.
yeah, I just make my man drive me around. I don't make him; he doesn't mind driving around. But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Jason don't mind. Jason actually likes to drive. He enjoys it
too.
Yeah, Rome is an excellent. Well, he drives for a living, so he's a very safe and conscientious driver. Rogue said she's never owned a car, but she did drive a Harley.
I
used to ride
worked
a
so
motorbike.
hard to be able to get my endorsement and to get a motorcycle, and then like 6 months after I got it, I started having the vertigo, and it was no longer safe for me to ride.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, this really fucking bullshit.
Like, fuck you, buddy.
Well, it's just like, damn, you could give me like a year.
Good morning, Angie.
Angie.
We had plans. We were going to go to Sturgis, and my dad went without me.
Please don't tell me, Rhonda, that I'm the only one. I know you love yourself some RuPaul's Drag Race. Whenever you think of Angie or the name Angie, Miss Vanjie always pops in my head. It's always
that's
Miss
funny.
Angie.
Miss Vanjie.
It's always Miss Vanjie.
Yeah, I can't wait for Australian Drag Race.
Mm.
Every other country's getting it. Like Spain is getting one. Holland just had theirs. They're getting ready to do a season of nothing but winners. Season All Stars 6 is coming out soon, and I guess next year, and then season 13 of Drag Race is coming out next year. There's so much Drag Race. I love it all. I don't care where it's from. I don't care if I have to watch subtitles. I just love me a drag queen. Miss Vanjie.
No, there's a makeup brand who's owned by a drag queen, and I really want to buy a lot of their stuff. They make these custom lashes, like that are even crazier than some of the lashes that Shelley's shown. They're full on like they're pieces of paper that are cut and individually like styled to like do certain shapes and such. And I'm talking they have ones that are like this long and
Oh, I've seen that stuff before. Yeah.
Her name's Acid Betty.
Oh, I know who Acid Betty is. She's been on Drag Race.
Yeah. Acid Betty's got their own brand.
Yeah, Acid Betty is pretty avant-garde. Rogue got to ride a motorcycle for 6 months, a brief period of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of good that you at least had the 6 months, Rogue, you know. It's better to have had some and, you know, I think so.
You know, I forgot to even ask Rhonda, did you and Gina even peel the sticker off or no?
No, we didn't. I'm serious, like, we had plans to, like, film a whole bunch and stuff, but most of what we did was hang out in her bedroom and just talk.
I honestly don't really care. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we just talked and we just had a good time and we recorded just a little bit of stuff. It was just really just the most chill. I mean, we weren't like cracking up laughing all the time. Like we talked about some serious stuff. We just really got to know each other on a much deeper level than it was cool. We're gonna see each other again in the future.
See, I feel like obviously it would be great to meet all of you as well. But I feel like when it comes to Joe and I, when we eventually meet, we've already talked so much, but then equally we'll have so much more to do and talk about. It's like such a difference actually seeing each other. And it's going to be so wild actually having the face-to-face aspect of it too. And literally just being able to actually be like, oh my God, you're there. You're not just stuck behind this little screen in my hand or a bigger screen in my hand. Like, you're actually a face or person in front of me. It's like, what?
Yeah, and Jeannie's makeup collection is so fancy and so wonderful that she's like, you can use whatever you want. And I was just like, I was kind of like a deer in headlights. It's like there was so much stuff that I could hardly. She kept showing me stuff and giving me stuff, and I was just like, it was surreal. And she's like, oh, I've got this and this, and she bought me a palette at Sephora that was a total surprise. And I mean, she just was, and that's not why I love her, but it was just so sweet and genuine and just such a nice gesture.
Right.
That it really all just blew me away. She was just the best, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Yeah, I was talking to Renee when the Pure Raw Beauty Christie came out. I was talking to her and I was like astounded at how much trouble she had at getting the palette. She goes, yeah, I bought 4 of them. I was like, 4 of them? Holy crap. What the hell are you going to do with 4 of them? She says, well, I was going to send one to Stacy and then I was going to send one to somebody else and I was going to give one to you. And I was like, wait, what? Why me? Why? I'm so weird when people give me things and I'm just like, wait, are you sure? Because
yeah. And especially when you're someone, I give away a lot of stuff because I just love to give stuff and I love to give presents and I love to do things for people. That's just like part of who I am. And when somebody does something for me, it just blows me away just because I just don't expect that kind of thing.
That's my happy place is being able to give something to somebody that they don't have already that I know that they'll love and finding like the perfect something for somebody. That's my happy place.
See, I like buying things for people, but I do not like getting things from people. It's very strange. Like almost it's like to the point where I like it's almost a visceral hatred for like getting things because I don't know how to describe it or properly word it. I just do not like getting gifts at all. I hate it. I just hate it. But I like giving them.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how to react because I don't like I grew up in a situation where being able to afford to even send Shelly that box, even though it was just stuff that I wasn't going to use, and you know, I didn't really go out of my way to like make the box for her, but just being able to afford to put a couple of things in there that I had actually bought brand new that didn't come in a subscription box, just the fact that I could afford to ship it, that made me so happy that I was, you know, able to do something for somebody else that I wouldn't have been able to do just a couple few years ago.
Yeah.
I totally
But
get that.
when somebody does something like that for me, I'm just like, whoa, why?
Yeah.
I automatically go to the question, why do you want to do this?
No,
Well-
I don't. I get almost to the point of like, I'd rather not get it because I'd rather them just spend the money on themselves and pay for bills and such. I know it's not a like I don't think I'm not worth getting things, but it's almost like I don't see the point in gifting me things. Like if that makes sense, I'd rather give other people things, but I don't want things. It's very strange. I don't know how to properly describe it. I just don't like it. I don't like getting things.
I love getting things. Always send me presents. Always.
I'll send you presents always, wifey. I will, but
I always want something. I always want friend mail. I always want presents because it's just so fun.
I'll give you stuff, but I do not like receipt, or at least I don't like receiving things if it's not being like a reciprocating type deal. Like I don't like just getting things. I'm fine if it's we are exchanging things and it's like agreed upon.
Right.
But I do not like it's not even I don't like being surprised. I do like being surprised. I just don't like people wasting money on me, even though it's like it's no waste of money. It's like it's a waste of money because I'd rather you spend it on something on you, not me.
Well.
Oh, but I had so much fun getting stuff for your box, James. It was just I thought more about your box than I thought about you sending a box. I just had so much fun.
So what's up with the tracking on Joe's box?
It's in Australia. It's just got to get to him now.
Wow, that's so exciting.
It is between a place called Red Bank in Queensland, which is the main depot for Queensland to send it interstate. So it's between Red Bank and my place. So.
Woo-wee. Yeah, I'm so excited about the box that I'm doing for Candy. It's nothing fancy, but there's one thing in there that I know she's always wanted since she was a child, and she even posted about it the other day. And I know she's not going to see this, and I'm not going to say what it is still.
Yeah,
but
I talked about it. So,
but I'm just so excited about giving her like the rest of the box almost doesn't matter. It's just this one thing that is really the most important thing to give to her.
There's kind of one thing in my box that's almost like that. And Joe, I finally told someone other than my Zach what that thing in your box is, and it happens to be Miss Tish down there, and Shelley happens to know. I'm sorry, not even wifey knows.
I don't know.
It's only Tish and Shelley, and it's
I've
very
slept
fun.
since then.
Oh, did you forget it, Tish?
Uh-oh. We discussed it at the end of Shelley's live where we were talking for like 2 hours straight.
And that was last night, and I've slept since then.
Uh-oh.
Well, that means Tish is really good at keeping a secret because she'll forget.
Yeah.
I can't
So
remember
I guess
shit.
maybe only Shelley knows then. I don't even know if Shelley remembers. Uh-oh. Well, I guess you'll be surprised again, Tish.
I can't even remember half the stuff I order.
Uh-oh.
I know that I made 4 orders between Ipsy and BoxyCharm for the pop-ups and the add-ons and stuff, but I can't remember what I ordered.
I could have swore you told me you ordered it more than 4 one
Did I?
night.
Uh-oh.
I swear you told me.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That comes directly out of the joint bank account. How does Shannon not see that?
What if he thinks it's something like, because sometimes I've noticed when I've made a card payment, it will show that it's coming out, but it will take a couple of days for the money to actually disappear. Maybe he's just thinking that it's just purchases that he's making for you, so he's just not thinking.
Baby,
He came in
do?
with the box from Ipsy today. I think it was today with the over highlighters, and he's like, "I thought you canceled this." I said, "No, I didn't cancel Ipsy." I said I canceled one of them. I didn't cancel all of them.
I didn't cancel that one. No, not at all.
And I'm just like, shit.
So yes. So now you have to. Well, Tish, now you have to live with the knowledge that you do know somehow in that brain of yours, somewhere back there in the deep fog that is sleep. And we don't know if Shelley knows, but otherwise, yay. No, literally, Joe, the thing that's in the box was like one of the... Actually, no, it wasn't one of the first things I purchased, but it's since even before we've been doing YouTube stuff, I've been not telling you this item. It has been so long. And I've been about it every day for you, and how you're gonna love it and not have fun. But have all the fun.
Oh, it came back in time for fun.
Oh, you banging?
I'm not banging just yet. I'm preparing to bang in a little while.
I got a Red Bull in the fridge.
Oh my God! I did grocery pickup the other day, and they gave me a 4-pack of Red Bull it's a free sample.
Cool.
That's nice free sample.
Yeah.
Right. I had just started school, and my mother-in-law asked me, she says, "What do you want for your birthday?" Now, I haven't slept. I'm trying to study, and she interrupted me for the billionth time, and she's like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I was like, "I either need sleep or a case of Rock Stars." So she went out and she individually bought cans of Rock Stars, and then she wrapped them individually and put them in a gift bag and made her own case of Rock Stars for me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Joe, you sent me your ghost. My fingy hurting for no reason now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
My fingertips are still numb.
Oh, I'm getting it's weird how you can look at it, even though it's hurting like a motherfucker. It's like I'm getting shooting pain all up my arm, but it's coming specifically from that thingy. I don't know why, but it is.
It's the devil. It's the devil invading your hand.
Why am I in Sephora? Get out of Sephora, Joe.
There's nothing good for you in Sephora, Joe.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I'll look at Sephora because I have no money to spend.
Well, my downfall is I've got an Ulta credit card, so.
My downfall is that I get paid in a couple of hours. Oh.
Oh, baby.
No. I have enough willpower and I have too many bills to pay.
That's good.
Well, I need to pay for the...
Now I'm in Beautylish. Okay, let me get out of this shit.
Wrong direction.
Yeah. Abort.
Angie, okay. I gave up Jaeger bombs a real long time ago, but I loved the Jaeger bomb when I did drink. But I'm in recovery, so I don't drink the alcohol or do the drugs. So thanks. But man, I did plenty of Jaeger bombs back in the day.
I'll do all the Jaeger bombs and drugs for you. How about that, wifey?
That's great. I did, and trust me, I did plenty of both.
Oh, I've done plenty of both.
Rhonda's like, I did enough for my lifetime. I'm good.
I did enough for more people's lifetime than just mine.
I did enough to end a lifetime, and I don't know how I didn't end my life, but I haven't. But okay.
There's always a reason for it. I believe there's a reason for some things. I don't think everything has a reason, but I think some things do.
I'm on the extreme side that I actually do believe everything has a reason. I'm on that extreme side of it.
Well, you know, I believe like people sometimes meet for reasons, but like some things like atrocities and like starvation and
No,
Yeah.
that shit's all part of the Matrix coding. We are all in a simulation. You know, that's actually statistically the most likely. It's not whether we're in a world made by a god or multiple gods or by the Big Bang. We're actually most likely just living in a Sims game, that we're in a simulation. That is mathematically the most likely thing that we're in. And I like to
Whoever
believe
is
that's what
playing
we're
me
in.
needs to knock off the midnight spending.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I personally believe, and that makes most sense to me because honestly, the way that the world runs and things happens, it just really seems like someone just likes to press buttons and play a game.
Right.
So,
Well, all my spending has come to a screeching halt because Rome's going to be practically out of work, so we don't even know how long he's going to be off. Yeah, see, recovering addict means I stay clean all the time, not just I don't take days off. So
nah. I mean, if that's what you need to do to
that's
paint
the way
that-
I do it. You know, like I'll cheat on my keto, but I can't cheat on my recovery because one is too many and 1,000 is never enough, and everything's different for everybody. And I don't say that everyone has to live the way I live, but if I had one of anything, it would just set me off on a run.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I would ever stop.
I have to be very careful with a lot of things because I don't know if this is going to make sense. I have a very addictive personality.
Yeah.
I'm all in, so I have to be real careful with certain things. Like when I do have a drink, I can promise you I am counting them and I cut myself off regardless if I want to have another one, no matter what, because I know my personality says all in, baby. Let's do it.
Right. And
My
I like that
relationship
too.
with alcohol was always I can have one sip or I can drink the whole bottle. And it just depends on my mood.
yeah.
That's
Well, see,
Because
it
there
don't
were
depend
some
on my
days
mood.
when I would take
That's why
one
I have to be
sip
careful.
and I was like, oh, nope, we're not drinking. Nope,
I'm kind
it's
of
not a
an
thing
in
today.
between. I'm an in between of Tish and Joe. I'm like, I know where my limit is, but if I'm feeling like I'll have a whole bottle, I've literally had a whole bottle of vodka in a night, like no problem, and it doesn't get me badly. Like I can handle vodka, I can handle alcohol. I don't know why, but I can. But I have literally drunk a whole bottle of alcohol. But on more fun topics, earlier today, shoppers watched in shock in the northeast of Melbourne as a fucking kangaroo bounced its way through a shopping centre.
Woo!
Well, that's great.
Kangaroos.
Look at it go.
Oh,
Oh, the video. I don't know what happened with the video. Oh, kangaroo.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
I
So
mean,
you can see it
the
was
kangaroo
bouncing.
just wanted to pick up its own Christmas
See, look at
presents there.
him. He just bounced
boingy,
it.
boingy, boingy, boingy.
Yeah. A cute little kangaroo.
I wonder if it had a baby in its pouch.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. There was a
wish it
closer
did.
up photo, but it doesn't look like there was.
I had a stuffed kangaroo and it had a little Joey that lived in its pouch. Oh, I'm getting some from Beautylish today.
Oh, fun.
I think it's my Jeffree Star tie-dye hoodie.
Oh, nice. I don't watch the news personally of like the actual like TV news. I pay attention and make myself aware enough as I need to, considering I'm in a minority group being in the LGBT community. Anyways, I just thought it was on Twitter. I was just scrolling and then just out of nowhere it was this kangaroo and I was like, whoa.
That's awesome.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Todd me
I am so
kangaroo.
thankful we figured out about these bumps on my face because they're really sore. I'm so thankful we figured that got figured out.
Mm-hmm.
That is the trip,
Sooner
girl.
rather than later. Yeah.
And if that organics doesn't work, use draft the baby detergent.
It's
'Cause
called draft.
Draft
DREFT.
DREFT.
Oh, okay.
And it's got literally, it's like one of the most pure detergents that you can use because they use it for babies. Tish knows.
I just thought
Never used
possibly, even though I'd never had any problems with breakouts, that maybe because I feel like I'm starting to go into menopause, that maybe I was getting adult acne.
Right.
But I mean, they said that's not the kind. This isn't that. This is hives. They said
Right. How old are you, Joe? I don't think I know.
40.
40. Lordy, Joe is 40.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
expect to
awesome.
go. I didn't expect the change to happen so early. But my mom said it's not really that early if I am hitting it. That everybody's age is different.
Yeah, and you're probably just in perimenopause right now, which is the before stage,
Yeah.
which is an adventure. But I like to tell people like my menopause was no big deal. I had 3 hot flashes. I don't need to be on hormone replacement therapy. I do really. I had a very uneventful menopause because you hear so many horror stories. It's like
Yeah.
I had to stick my head in the freezer and I couldn't wear shirts, and you know.
Well,
It's
I'm
not
scared to
always
death
that.
because my mom's was terrible. My mom went through hers when I was in my teens because
Yeah.
my mom was a lot older, and hers was so terrible. And I'm just like, oh, please, Lord, don't let that happen to me.
Well, you might get lucky.
But my sister's was nothing. She said that she thought 5 days that she might, 5 different times she might have had a hot flash. And she said there was every now and then she'd see something that made her emotional and she didn't really know why, but she didn't know if that was menopause or just getting old.
Right. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's awesome. So there's a good chance that you might have an uneventful menopause.
I hope so.
I was so
I had
glad
hot
last.
flashes my whole life. Like, that's all I can remember is like hot flashes, like all the time. And then that's how I knew I got sick. That there was something wrong with me. It's because I stopped having hot flashes.
Right.
Like, it was like I was like dying and sweating and having hot flashes, and then the very next day I was freezing my ass off for no reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, I must have a fever. No, I don't have a fever. Okay, well, that must be getting sick. And then it just never went away. I was like, well, I'm having like opposite reaction. Am I going through menopause and it's just a weird reaction because I've always had hot flashes? Am I just going to have like fits of freezing my ass off? So I went to the doctor and they were like, no, you're not in menopause. We don't know. Then they said, hey, you're turning 40. You should come in and have like regular blood testing done. I was like, okay, whatever. So I went in and my body was like, here, hold my beer. They were like, there's something wrong with you. Like, well, yeah, we knew that, but what do you mean? So yeah, that's always fun.
So the ever philanthropist that he is, Bretman Rock apparently got sick of Instagram deleting his risque photos whenever he posted them. So apparently he's made an OnlyFans account that his fans can go subscribe for, and it's all for free, so he can post his photos there, and it won't be on a platform that will ban him for it.
That's weird. I don't follow Bretman Rock, so I didn't know that he was risque.
Oh, he's all for it. He's done full-on videos where he's literally just walked around with barely just a G-string on and done full-on all sorts. He doesn't give a fuck. His makeup skill's great. He also has tits out for everyone. Why not?
Well, yeah, if you're down with it and you feel good about yourself, go for it.
They're making a new mini series out of The Stand.
Oh, I know it's supposed to be really good. It's going to be like done much better than the one in the 80s.
Can't watch it
You can't watch it. Why?
because it's going to be disappointing.
No, it won't. It's going to be really good.
It's always disappointing.
No, this one's going to be like the best one ever.
Oh, you know what is funny is I love Harry Potter, but like I've read the books so many times I can't watch the movies
Yeah, I get
because
that.
I just the movie in my head is so much better. I'm like, wait, I thought that this part was I've read the books so many times that I think that there's certain parts that are actually in the movies that aren't actually there because
It's just in my head. And especially
I've
once you
created
start,
those scenes in my head.
Right.
worse if you get like a movie. Obviously, I've had it not just happen with Harry Potter, but like other books that I've read that there's been movie adaptations, and like I almost picture then the actual sequences happening, but I almost sub in the look of the actors into what I pictured in my head. So then it's like, oh, is it actually real, or am I just
Yeah.
making a whole movie
Yeah.
up? And it's phenomenal. It's great though for us in our heads.
Well, I read the Twilight books and I was like, oh my God, if these movies are like even half as good as the books, those movies are going to be
Yeah.
amazing. And then I watched the movies and I was like, what the
Ugh.
fuck?
Yeah,
No.
I never read the books, but
Books are great. I read the books too.
I just can't stand what's her face that played Bella.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, she just has no range, in my opinion, as an
Her
actress.
best movie was The Panic Room.
Well, she was a little kid.
Yeah.
Well, I will say she was good in I think she was in the Runaways movie.
Yeah.
She was good in that because she was like Joan Jett or whatever. Like, because she wasn't being Kristen Stewart for a change as an actress. She was actually, like, the Runaways movie was super good. But I don't think there's anything else that I've seen her in that I've been impressed with. But I'd love to have a career like hers of not being a great actress and still getting all that work.
All right.
You sad pony. Kitty, 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 cat. You sound like a little monster, James.
Always.
I gotta go to bed.
Oh, okay, Tish.
Oh, no.
I love you, little Tish.
I'm gonna go read some more of the body and yeah, see if I can go to sleep.
Go sleep well, my love.
And I'm not going to sneeze.
Please don't sneeze.
No sneeze.
Not today.
No
Oh.
sneeze till Brooklyn.
And what I need to do is I need to stop taking my jacket off in the living room.
Yeah, it's getting cat hairs on it.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, Tish.
I will
Bye,
see
sweetheart.
you tomorrow.
Look at that quick before you
Love
go.
you.
Makeup. Wow.
Oh, pretty.
Whoa. That's
That
trippy.
almost looks photoshopped.
Makeup.
Makeup is lovely.
Good night, Rogue.
Bye, Rogue.
Good night, Cindy. Good night, Angie. Good night, guys. I love you.
Love
Good
you.
night,
Love
John Boy.
you.
Bye.
Oh, Angela's been
Oh.
lurking.
Good night, Angela.
Hi, Angela. I never mind a lurker.
You like the lurking.
I go, little Louie. Look, Joe, it's Louie.
Louie, 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 Louie. I love it, James. Oh, Louie.
Wow. I wish I had stable enough hands to do that shit.
You need you can draw a stencil to do it.
Look at that.
That's amazing. Louis says that he's the king of the kitties.
King of the kitties.
He's making the biscuits now. I wish there was some sausage and egg and cheese with it.
Mhm. That looks like a butterfly.
Maybe I'll get a breakfast biscuit this weekend.
Breakfast. Whoa.
I've been making grilled cheese for breakfast lately, and it's fantastic. Because we got this really good keto bread, so it's all keto and delicious.
There's my sweet Angela.
Wow.
Wow, that's really cool. They've got to use a stencil to get that circle so perfect. I mean,
Nah, some people, she's been doing it for years and years and years. Some people, when you just get to the point of practice where you can just smash it out like that, you almost want to call BS, but like they're the type of people that literally have made TikTok videos, Rhonda, where they just it's just videos of like a minute long of them just doing perfect circles, perfect liner, and it just makes you want to do that. But then it always goes lines everywhere and never works. It makes me cry.
right. I know there's mad amazing people that do makeup.
Oh, like, look at that. She drew a whole scorpion on her face. Obviously, it's not realistic, but like a scorpion.
That's cool though.
That's cool too.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, I
See,
love it.
I'm really impressed by that. Like, I don't think that I have the fine motor skills to do some of that really amazing, detailed, artistic makeup. Like, I think I'm happy just doing pretty makeup.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had like some artistic skills to pay the bills. You know.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do line work like that. Insanity.
But alas, alas.
At last.
My love has come along. And
My dick is kind of long.
I literally knew that phrase was coming. Like it was in my head waiting for it. It's like Sharon tonight. She was like, "Man, Joe, you don't even react to James." I'm like, "I'm numb to it, man."
Just wait. One day I'm just going to come out with, I'm just going to level up, and then you'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And Joe, you
So I
always
know
have
you got the. Oh, sorry, James. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you already know anyways, I hold back somewhat when we're on YouTube as well. I could be going off much
Yeah.
more. Anyways, what you were saying about Pat McGrath, our love?
No, I was gonna ask Rhonda. I knew she got the palette and she got a hoodie. Is that all you got for yourself?
I got Jeannie was going on and on about the new facial powders. You know, the new powders that he came out with.
Yeah.
With the pink tops instead of the red tops, and she was telling me how fantastic that was. So I ordered that, and I ordered a trial size or a travel size of Charlotte Tilbury mascara.
Ooh, got the new Pillow Talk one.
It's some kind of push-up mascara.
Yeah, that's the Pillow Talk push-up mascara. That's it.
Yeah. I didn't want to commit to a full-size one just because.
See, what I don't get is Pillow Talk is a whole line of like pink things, and then she's doing a mascara named Pillow Talk. Like Joe knows because Joe has a lot of the Pillow Talk stuff. Like it's literally there's a line of lipsticks, there's a line of eyeshadows, and they're all like pinkish colors, aren't they, Joe?
The what?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Pillow
are.
Talk. Pillow Talk
Yeah.
from Charlotte Tilbury. I just find it weird how
Hey,
she has
Tilly.
this whole line of Pillow Talk, but then she did the mascara.
Well, I'll tell you what Jeannie got me in Sephora. She got me the Charlotte Tilbury holiday palette.
Oh wow, that's nice.
I mean, she was buying it, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was just watching her buy it. It's like cool. And then she handed it to me, and I was like, I was taken aback, and it's gorgeous. It's definitely a palette that I was always interested in, but I just never would pull the trigger on it.
Right.
Sorry, my brain literally blanked out then. I heard everything but the name of the palette. What did she give you?
The holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury,
Oh, okay.
and it's got like 4 trios of eyeshadow.
Yeah. I think that's a typical thing with her bigger palettes, isn't it, Joe? Where it does like
it's
full
3,
threes.
3, 3, 3. So 12 total, right? 3,
Yeah.
3, 3. Yeah.
And
It's
when
a cool concept.
when I did my first look with it, I just used stuff all over. I didn't do the trio look.
Yeah, I don't either. I always use whatever.
I wish she did more bright colors, but I know her whole thing is like more toned down.
Yeah,
glamorous.
kind of muted.
Which I'm not muted. I want to be shiny.
I've got a little Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss right here.
That's cute.
It is cute, and it's a Pillow Talk one.
I wanted to try her formula, and I literally bought this one because I don't know if you can tell, because it actually is got different colors right in here. Even though it's not big time different colors, it's not all, you know what I mean?
Is that the same one I have, Joe? Does that look?
No, this is last year's holiday.
Oh, okay. They look similar.
It really makes me curious, speaking of holiday launches, what Pat will do if she will do another Celestial Divinity sized palette for next year. I really do genuinely hope she continues doing them as a holiday release thing, because I'd be happy to buy that as a yearly thing of a Pat McGrath palette.
Yeah. And I thought, and most people, I guess, don't even think about this or don't care, but I thought it was really cool that she let the discount code work on the holiday palette. Nobody does that.
Well, it was a thing from the get-go too. Had a discount codes ready to go on her own website, just signing up for pre-launch notifications, and that I thought that was really cool, and that also helped me get the palette quick enough that I could actually do the live collab like how we did it, because otherwise I would have not been able to do it for another probably. Or genuinely, I probably would only just be receiving the palette around now.
Right.
Wow.
Because that's roughly around the same amount of time frame it took for the mascara to arrive. That took over a month to arrive for me.
I love that mascara so much, James.
I know I hate it that I love it so much because I know I'm just going to be hooked with it.
I mean,
at least it's not too expensive though. Like I'm happy that because it's around the same price as what my Hourglass mascara was that I really like, and I prefer it more than the Hourglass one. And it's only about $45, $50. And if I'm using it consistently, I'm not too mad about that. But I'm pretty sure Sephora, the Australian app, they've actually added the full size and the mini. So if they have if they have the mini, I can just buy the mini if I don't want to buy the full size again. But I was happy to buy the full size. But it'd be the mascara I'd be happy to keep on repurchasing for sure.
Yeah, in my opinion, mini mascaras last a very long time.
And like with me, because I have such poor vision, I'm really careful about certain things. And I actually do get rid of my mascara after 3 months. And those minis last me that long.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's when you need to just get the Pat McGrath minis of the her newest one, so you can try that. Because I tell you what, Joe, Rhonda can even vouch. It is like, there's no words really to describe. Like, I don't think I've found a mascara that compares, like, genuinely. I've tried quite a few from MAC, from Hourglass, from cheaper, from expensive. I've never found one that performs like the Pat McGrath one.
Well, I think the closest ones that are just about as good is a lot of the Lancome mascaras. They're
Oh, I
defensive
love the
and stuff.
Lancome one.
I don't like Monsieur Big because it gets too clumpy, but like their other mascaras, like the Hypnose and the
I've
Defensals,
heard Hypnose is good.
those are really good. And they're just a couple dollars cheaper than the Pat McGrath. But the thing I have to say about the Pat McGrath is like because I got mine pretty much just a couple weeks after you got yours, James, and it has not gotten clumpy. It has not dried out. It is consistent. It's because like a lot of times like there's a lot of mascaras I like that are great for the first month, and then after that they turn off clumpy or dry or weird.
Yeah.
It's just been consistent. It's great. It's just consistent product.
It is consistent, and that's a big deal when it comes to mascara.
Right.
And I just like the way that it applies. And I know it's not technically waterproof, but I swear that it's water resistant for sure because I find it's quite difficult to remove. Like it's one of the more difficult formulas of mascara that I've had. I have to use usually an oil-based remover for that. I can't just use makeup wipes, otherwise I'm going in quite a lot with them and it irritates my eyes. Compared to my Hourglass, my MAC, Australis, like all sorts of ones I've tried. The Pat McGrath is my favourite so far.
Yeah, I can take it off with a makeup wipe, but it's totally worth the money.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly,
I mean, I can with a makeup wipe. I just have to, compared to my other ones where I can just gently wipe the Pat McGrath one, I have to like soak it off and then pull it off. Like, but no, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, Kelly agrees that it's fantastic. I wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't for Jay. Well, and the thing that really sold me on it is I got a mask with it.
Honestly, that's what got me too, because I would have only gone with my Hourglass one if I hadn't seen there was the kind of bundle deal. And it's strange because obviously it's a little bit more expensive than buying just the mascara on its own. But having it with the mask was such a smart pairing. But what I thought was a real missed opportunity, she had a pairing of her mascara, an eyeliner, and then like a lip product or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a missed opportunity. Like how much better it would have been to have her permagel liner with the new mascara and a mask. Like that would have been the penultimate. And I would have bought that. Spent a bit more to buy that happily. And it was a shame she didn't do that, but
yeah, I wear that mask all the time.
I know it's a great mask. It's so pretty.
It's not like the most layered mask I own, but I love it because nobody knows what it is, and I know what it is.
It's weird because it's almost like fan merch, but I almost want to buy the other masks that she's come
the
out
other
with.
masks she has are so beautiful.
The one that goes to the rose decadence, Divine Rose 2, the one with the no, it actually is with Rose Decadence because it's with the 6-pan, not the 10-pan, sorry. But yeah, the one where it's like that blush pink with the metallic roses all over it.
Yeah. Stunning. Yeah, but the only thing is that I can get kind of it's a good mask, but I can get a much better quality mask, for like $13 from Etsy. So
that's why I was saying it's very much like fan merch rather than an actual piece of thing.
Like I don't know that mask is going to save my life, but I love it.
That's a great mask.
Yeah, Kelly, it was an online thing.
Yeah, she ended up, I don't know if you know her story. She actually, I believe it was Sephora you went into, right, Kelly? And you had asked about it. They had said there was none in stock left, and you demanded, or you didn't demand, I assume, but you asked them politely, but you asked them to check Outback to see if they had any more in stock, and they happened to have some and gave her one. So fantastic. We didn't want her leaving empty-handed.
No kidding.
Gotta have the good old Pat McGrath.
Hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah.
It's funny because even though I have purchased the large palette, it's almost after buying that large pallet, I don't care to buy the 10-pan pallets anymore. It's almost after buying that I've lost interest in the like more expensive 10 pans. I only really have interest with the other 6 pans that go with my pink one. Joe knows the other 2 that I'm on about. There's a red and a blue pallet that goes with my 6-pan pink pallet that I own from her, Rhonda.
Yeah. Jeannie's got the blue one. I think she needs the red one. There's one she's missing.
I believe, I want to say she's missing the pink one, was the one that she was.
I can't remember. I think I can't remember because literally I saw so much makeup this weekend.
Yeah.
But she had a whole drawer full of Pat McGrath.
But the thing is that the 6-pan pallet that I got cost me about 120 Australian dollars, while the big Pat McGrath Mother Celestial will cost me about $130. So
Right.
Just to put into perspective, it was $10 more for 18 pans compared to 6.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't get the 6-pan ones on sale. The only thing I can do is buy them from Sephora and use that 10% off code that I know how to get access to easily that I was telling you about. Because I'm pretty sure I've told you about it. I've mentioned it to Joe. Sephora has a lot of generated codes that you can easily just type in. It's something you usually have USID, like those 4 letters, and then it's 4 numbers, and you just essentially keep on changing the numbers until you get a 10% off code that activates. Because it's just one that their system just keeps on user generating. It's one of those ones that's like sign up for the first time, but there's no stipulations that it has to be your first time order.
Yeah, I'd lose my mind trying different numbers. So.
Oh, you can usually do it within say you type in 7846 and that doesn't work. You usually can find one between 7841 and 7849 that will work. Just try between. You usually don't have to try that many times. There's that many that are generated, Rhonda. It's just it's just type in a couple of numbers and it will usually work.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking like 4 random numbers.
Oh no. I won't. I'll have to search the actual proper thing for it, because I'm not sure if it's USID or some weird thing, but I know it's 4 letters and then 4 numbers.
Well, you let me know when you figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly look it up.
Let me know too.
I'll just look it up right now because it's in my or it should be in my history.
What's up, Jesse? What you doing, big boy? What you doing, big boy?
That's not what I want. No. I'm just gonna go. Let's add you. Add to bag. That's not what I want.
Baby, what you gonna do?
I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer. Longer if I do. I love that song. I sing all kinds of names with that song. I sing Ruby, and I could sing Joey, what you gonna do? Mary Jo, you get your ass in this house right now. Right now. I'm sure you heard that before.
Yes.
It's always when they yell the middle name, you know you're in the worst trouble.
Well, see, my mom calls me Mary Jo, so it's almost like I don't have a middle name.
Right. Rhonda Ray, you get your ass in this house right now. It sounds so damn country.
We love it.
I know.
Oh, I love that.
So country with a K-U-N-T.
Oh, I like your country.
I knew you did. Oh.
That's it. It's not fine. No, it's not.
Do you have to go into the office today, Kelly, or do you working from home today?
I wish I could find a little jobby job.
Me too.
Just a little one. Just make a little extra scratch. It would make such a big difference.
Okay, Kelly. Did you lose it, James?
I know it's a thing, but the website that I used to use has disappeared off the internet, and it's so rude. But I know it's something like USID and then 4 numbers. I just have to remember the actual specific string. My brain is melting.
I could totally get a job right now if I wanted to make outbound calls 5 to 6 hours from my home. But I really don't want to call people. I'd rather have incoming calls. I'd rather not call people and bother them.
Right.
Oh, wow, Kelly. Yeah, everybody's got to be super careful. Things are not getting better. Do, 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 do. Ruby! No, you
Yeah,
don't,
they
Ruby.
just closed schools here for all next week. Instead of being open 3 days and off 2 for Thanksgiving, they gave them the whole week.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well. That's so cool that you can work remotely, Kelly. That is cool.
No, I know it is a thing because I even checked my. Well, what's stupid is that you can check with Sephora what you've purchased, and everything like how much it's given you as a discount, but they don't actually list what discount code you used. So like I can't just be like, okay, that's what the string is, which is so stupid. Because most websites they'll list what you used as the discount code.
Yeah.
But they don't. It just says how much I saved. No. I stupid. I remember that.
Did you?
I knew I was. It's not USID. It's UNID.
UNID?
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, so I'll send you how it actually is like structured via Instagram.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Because it's not a My brain is not clearly processing it as well as I thought it was. It's not just 4 letters, 4 numbers. It's 4 letters, the UNID, then it's a hyphen, and then it's 6 numbers. And I usually just change the last number, like I said, until it works. But that's how what I just sent as a string to you via Instagram. That's what I usually will type into Sephora, and then I just change the last 1 or 2 digits until one of it works. And then it will always give you 10% off if you don't have a discount code working or any money to save on Sephora.
Did you send it to me too?
Yes, I'm sending my poor phone is very warm and not happy with me. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get what you mean by the numbers, though. I've done that before on something else.
I really am excited to have a 10%, man. That's like at least sales tax, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's frustrating just typing a number over and over again, and it just says not valid, not valid, not valid. But when it works, it's like, yay!
Yeah, no doubt.
And hey,
No
if it can save you 10%.
I mean, what else am I doing with my time?
Exactly. If you want to shop till you drop.
Well, I can't shop till I drop anymore. I have to be really good now. I can't have any extravagant stuff.
Well, you can be shopping while you're laying.
Yeah, but I can't. It's like I can shop, but I can't buy anything anymore.
Window shop till you drop.
Yeah. It'll have to be something really amazing to make me get it, or I just might get something and return it. So, not really the way it's supposed to work, but that's a possibility.
Yeah, so I'll show you what it shows when you get a number that's already been used. So sometimes, like, you'll type in a number and it will just go validation error, discount code has already been used. And it's like, how rude. And as you can see, it's that UNID, then like just string of numbers.
Right.
So it's just
I know, Kelly, major sales are coming up, but we got major surgery coming up. I tried to save some money for Black Friday, but it just didn't work. I'm trying to talk Roman to get me some Christmas stuff from Black Friday. You know, to save, to get me stuff that I would want for cheap.
Yeah.
We just got to see how things are shaping up.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know how long he's going to be off work.
Yeah.
At least a month, probably 6 weeks. It's okay, Kelly. It's not like I haven't bought stuff like for the last 2 years, so it's just a matter of the way things shake out. I mean, I can buy some things, I just can't go crazy.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, he's having hip surgery, and we're going to document it on my channel.
I think that would be a good outlet for him too, while he's going through everything, to like focus on as well as a positive aspect of everything as well. I don't know how well he handles like those type of things, but I'm sure it can be quite emotionally taxing thing to go through in any capacity, no matter how much you outwardly express it. So I think it would be a good thing for him to also like to put himself into, if that makes sense.
Yeah, or maybe it'll be on his channel, but I'll put links up to it if we do it on his channel. We haven't figured that all out, but he just came up with wanting to do it yesterday. So
no, I think that would be very good, sharing his kind of journey post-op, because like what Tish was saying, not many people, or there's many postings of like the actual operation being done, but there's not much post-op, because that's very personal thing. So it'd be cool to see a personal experience or account of something like that, especially in times like these. Like, that's a very unique time to have to go through that. So that would also be an extra drawing card to the content itself. It's like going through something equally quite life-changing during a life-changing pandemic. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I still have like a whole basket full of pallets that I've never used, and then I've got some presents that I've gotten, and
You'll be getting some stuff from me in Australia soon, so you're going to be getting even more pallets. So.
Oh my goodness!
I can't promise it will arrive before Christmas, but you'll get stuff eventually.
That's cool. That's fine. I didn't even have any idea.
No, I slowly want to just send people stuff.
You're the coolest.
But yes,
You're the bee's knees, man.
He is.
My knees feel like they're getting F's at this fucking point. Shit.
Well, I think he's the cat's pajamas.
I like cat's pajamas. It'd be cute.
Oh, I better turn some heat on because in a second, Jason's probably going to need a shower. Let me turn the heat on a little bit.
All right, girl.
Hey. No. Did I show you the beautiful purple glasses that I got from Hungry Jack's last time?
No. I love purple. Oh, those are really cute glasses.
Yeah. I'll actually show you.
How many do you have now?
I have 3 blues, 1 red, because fuck red. Three blues, 1 red, and 2 purples.
Cool. You're getting a whole set.
No, there's also supposed to be yellow and green, and I didn't get any yellow and green.
All right, Kelly. Have a good day, sweetheart.
But it's okay. I've got a rainbow absolute vodka case thing. Hit rainbow.
Aw, that's awesome.
My mum actually gave that to me.
She's such a sweetheart.
It's strange. It looks bad superficially when a few people have ever come over to my place for the first time because my one of my main sills is covered in old Absolute vodka bottles because I love the way they look, and over the years I've collected them, but I've just got like bottle. But like, look how cool, Ron. I'm sure you could appreciate this, Rhonda. It's a leather with black. That's a bottle. This is a case like for a bottle of alcohol.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then I've got one that looks like a little denim sleeve. And then, I don't know if you saw it, Joe. I'm sure you've seen it before in general, but I also had a rainbow case.
Oh, those are cool. I never even knew those existed.
So, yeah, so they're all, and then I've just got like, typical Absolute vodka bottles themselves. I've got quite a array, and I've even got different sizes. So there's like a little baby bottle, and then there's even smaller bottles. But look at it. It's a baby.
It's so cute. Have you seen the vodka that comes in a glass skull?
I've got one that's even cooler. There was an alien head.
Oh, I think glass skull's cooler than alien head.
Where is my skull? I've got a little mini baby tequila bottle that is a skull. There it is. I found it. Look at it. It's so cute.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's like a little Day of the Dead skull.
Yeah. I've got a few. No, I think I used to have one of those little skull vodka bottles. I don't know what happened to it. I used to have a black one of these as well. I don't know where the black one's gone. It's gone missing. It disappeared one day, but I had a black one.
Did you have company? Maybe someone picked up.
Nah. It just literally, there wasn't even like anything open, nothing else. Just the black version of that's just gone, missing.
Maybe it's a ghost.
It's haunted. I'll find it one day while I'm moving out of here, I'm sure.
Jason was like, I don't know why, but he looks at properties sometimes and stuff, and he was looking at this one house closer to his work, and he said something. He said, "Don't you just want to move everything and start over instead of clean this one? I'm like, no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Wow. Love the chaotic energy. But it's
Yeah.
like, does he not think, well, what about all the stuff he wants to keep from there? How are you going to get it over to the new house?
He's like, let's just put it all in a yard sale and move. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I get attached to things. I know you shouldn't, but certain things mean things to me.
Same.
Who cares if you shouldn't? Whose fucking rules are you living by, Rhonda? Yours.
Well, I mean, you know,
I know.
a more spiritual life is more about the spirit and connection to people and the world than to live for material things. But I just like material shit a lot.
Who gives a
Well,
fuck? Too?
some things for me is like a spiritual moment. Like my grandmother's pie safe, having something that was in my family for over 200 years.
Wow,
That
200 years.
That to me is spiritual. You know, it was my great great grandfather. It was given to my great grandfather, then given to my grandmother. You know, that's like a spiritual moment for me.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this deacon's bench. I'll have to take a picture of it one day when it's not covered in stuff. And it's this beautiful hand carved ornate bench. It's not really a deacon's bench, but that's just what my mama always called it. It's got a carved wine head on it and these carved vine like arm holders and stuff. It's got like carved feet that look like little lion paws.
Mm.
It's super cool. And it's like I would never no matter what's happened, I've always held on to that. Even at my worst periods, I had my dad watch it for me when I couldn't watch it for myself.
Right.
And once I was stable again, I was able to get it back.
No, it's strange. It's for the select few people that are like don't really like to interact with people that much. Like I prefer being in a type of thing like this where it's mostly staying at home. I like staying at home. I like not interacting with people face to face. Like leave me alone.
Yeah,
I know not many people thrive in that, but I used to like people until they kept on burning me over and over and over and over and over again throughout my whole childhood to the point now just like I'm fine. Like I can cut off people so easily. Like I don't care. Like I've dealt with losing people enough to the point that like if someone hurts me, I have no problem cutting them off, and it's no skin off my back at this point. I've done it many times. It's kind of sad to say, but it's like.
Well, you got to protect yourself, and that's one way of protecting yourself from getting hurt is to not get too invested in people. Because, James, I had a friend for 30 years that screwed me over so hard that I couldn't believe that she was doing the stuff she was doing to me. She was going behind my back and talking people out of being my friends.
That's horrible.
And being sweet to my face the whole time.
So, like, I'm not into that, and like, obviously, my friendships and connections with all of you is genuine. But if it's like, if you mess with me or do something that I'm like, I won't tolerate, I have no qualms ending it, and it is not enough of a blow to me that it will actually overall affect me, because it's like I've had people that I've thought meant the world to me hurt me in ways that no one ever can. So like you cannot genuinely do anything that some of the people have done to me, like physically you can't touch that. So you can try your best, but you can't do shit. So
right, I get it. I get it. I mean, and it doesn't get any better. I mean, but that's why it's so valuable to me, and I get so attached to people when there's like there's nothing. I don't have anything to lose to be your friend, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't have like social status. I don't have, I don't have money involved. I don't have modus operandi. I just am just. It is what it is, and it's face value, and I really appreciate that. Where there's no subterfuge and.
I'd like to believe at least people realise that I'm pretty much like that too. But equally, it's like I can cut off people very easily, but I'm also open enough that if you show me that you're not going to do anything to break my trust, I'll give you trust. But as soon as you show me any inkling of gone, bye.
Right.
Like, there's some things I'll give second chances for, but otherwise, if you do things that directly contradict what you say that you stand for as a person, like I don't care for it. I just won't tolerate. I won't bother with it. I don't care to give myself the mental exhaustion of having to deal with that shit anymore. I spent enough time over analyzing it as a child to do that for a lifetime. So I don't need to deal with it as an adult, where it tends to hurt more because there's psychologically more involved with friendships as an adult compared to childhood a lot of the time, I've found. Especially when it's like, at least for when I've had the friendships as adults that have really like fucked me over, that's when it's been like, well, I've invested so much emotionally in that. And then for it to happen in that way, it's just like, at this point, I've experienced so much, like, I know it sounds a bit woe is me, but I've experienced so much hurt that it's like, you can't do anything to me anymore that I haven't experienced. I've literally been told so many things that, like, you can't tell me anything I haven't literally heard before. Sorry.
Well, I'm down for a challenge. No.
You can try. You can try, wifey.
I mean, I don't want that challenge, but I just couldn't help but to.
I know. I mean, I've been told by a Christian priest that going towards Jesus will bring the wrath of the devil upon me, like just straight up to my face as a child, not even like trying to scare me, but full on believes that following Christ would get me dead.
Yeah, that's some crazy talk. I mean,
Yeah.
That wasn't even someone who was like a strong believer. That was like, it was some of the things that I've experienced that, like, there's more to it than just that, but there's things that, yeah, it's fucked. I've experienced, I've gone through sad stuff, but haven't we all? So that's why I'm here, and I don't care anymore. I'm here to live in the future and in the present, not in the past. Which is why that's why I'm easy to drop people too, because it's like, if you screw me over, you're in my past now, bye.
yeah. Well, I mean, and that's good, because if you get, it's good that you do have strong bonds with some people, because they've earned that place.
Yes.
But yeah, the people who haven't earned it, bye,
Yeah,
Felicia.
and my problem as well is, like, I also want to give people the benefit of the doubt as well, because I know that, or more so, my problem is people never really gave me that. So I'd like to try and at least give people the chance that I really wasn't given a lot of the time.
Right.
So, and then it's like, that's also bitten me in the ass so many times. So I also can't understand why people didn't give me a chance, even though I wasn't going to do that. So it's like, it's such a weird thing to have to deal with. Especially, it's like, well, I've put in so much time. Like, I've had friendships, obviously nowhere near like 30 years, but like, I've had friendships that were years and years long that just I've had to end them over something that seems so petty and superficial, but it's the actual intent behind the actions,
Right.
or at least lack of intent behind the actions, that really just like speaks volumes to how they perceive the friendship, or things that they've done, like you've said, behind my back. And not only it, like, they've had friends that would use me to hurt other friends of mine. So not only is it affecting me, I've essentially fucked over other friends of mine and made them lose money because of them fucking me over. And like,
Right.
that's when it really gets to me, when it's not just me getting affected. I'm literally affecting other friends of mine by having that a different friend essentially fucking me over, and it's a domino effect, literally. Not just say, oh, it might affect them. It literally has affected them, losing stuff. So it's when it's stuff like that, it really does make you like question everything. And then just, it's a lot of the time as well, and like, not to, obviously it didn't happen, but I won't lie, every single person that I've ended up having as friends and talking to, there was at the very beginning, I did not want to actually keep on interacting in general because I just don't want to risk it. It's just not worth it a lot of the time for me. So, like, even with Jo, I didn't want to necessarily be talking to her all the time at first, even though I like interacting with people, because I just didn't know who Jo was. But once I got to know who Jo was, well, the rest was
We
literally
were
history.
weird though, man. We jumped into it because I'm a people person that's a very cautious people person now. And
Yeah.
I jumped into being friends with you a lot quicker than I normally would. It was very odd.
I think we just clicked. I think it was more because of the way that we interacted. Even though it was a superficial level, it was a lot more personal than a lot of people's superficial, because I even looked at it. Our literal first interactions in social media, they weren't just like, I like your look. They were literally paragraph long tweets at each other, and then we ended up just DMing each other. So we were essentially DMing, but in public, and then we moved the DMing in public to the private, and it got even longer, and then now here we are.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It was a weird one, but we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel so awesome that I found you guys, and like I spend more time with you than I do with Rome sometimes, because if he's gone, you know, like conscious time, and you know, I just feel so close to you guys. Oh, I get so sweet and sad.
I get it. I mean, like, I obviously won't talk much about your stuff, Jo, because I know we've talked about it. But I've also had friends where it's like this year's really shown how little some people care about you when it's like in the actual personal level. It's just they only want you for the good time, not the long time. And I mean, I get it, but like.
And you know, politically and with the virus and everything, I've had to weed out a lot of people that it's really helped me, like, really get rid of like the wheat from the chaff, you know.
Yeah.
I've been quite lucky that the actual people that I interact with on a deeper level, none of them I've had that issue with. I've had a few where I was in a group chat that was a bit more personal, but they weren't like an actual person that I would like count as friends like this. But and I've had them end up being very questionable. But I've been quite lucky in the sense of like our friendship group, at least online. I've had a few actual people that are in real life that I've lost connections with, and I've like talked about that with Jo and all sorts. But that kind of happens in general, sadly, as when you go through things like this. But there was things and people that I know, like I know there's some that I can still I can consider friends, and I would actually know that if I really needed help, they would be there for me. But it's like there's also equally there's a lot that is they haven't done as well when I've tried to do things, and other interactions where I've had with some friends that this year's been like that kind of penultimate showing of, okay, I don't really need them nor want them in my life anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, they were good friends, but they were good friends for the time, but they aren't people that I feel like you guys, I feel like I could literally imagine just keep on talking to forever. Like I don't imagine not talking to you guys, because there's too much that we fundamentally agree on that we've talked enough, at least on a lot of deeper, complex issues that we fundamentally agree on, that I can't really see us not being friends over something, because we are all mature enough that we can talk about any actual potential issues that might arise, rather than just devolving into bullshit.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. You know, I look forward to the live so much, and I look forward to the interaction, and it just, it just is nice. It's just, I don't know. I talk about it all the time, but we all talk about the community. It's just, it really is like special.
Yeah. I really agree. I don't know how it works for most people. I mean, I was very hesitant to do YouTube because of negativity that could happen. And James helped push me to go ahead and do it. And I am in awe every day that I found such a great small community.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't expecting the community aspects, but I told Joe essentially, like, yeah, you might get haters and stuff like that, but has that stopped you from posting on Instagram? What's really the difference to posting photos or whatever on Instagram
Right.
to posting a video? You're gonna get hate in some places, you're gonna get hate in all places, and they can say horrible stuff, but like how I've said, there's been so much said to me that's like, you can say all you want in the comments.
Yeah.
I can just delete your shit.
Well, I'm knocking on some wood while I say this, but I really haven't had like hardly any negative stuff from anybody.
Yeah,
And
I've actually had very little, but what did happen was pretty harsh. But
right.
I was very happy to find that it didn't bother me. Like I was worried mentally it would get to me, but it didn't.
Right.
I think because it's probably like it's something so outrageous what was actually being said. Like, yeah, it hurt, but it was like so outrageous. Like,
Yeah, I mean to attack one of them to attack my sex life. Really, that just makes me laugh.
Oh, that's funny. Hi, Joy.
Hello, Joy.
Northern Michigan. Are you in the UP, Joy? The Upper Peninsula? Because
That's right. Because Michigan has that weird little thing that's disconnected from the actual main part of Michigan, isn't it? Isn't it stuck on the end?
Yeah, it is.
I only remember that because I was watching the political map so much this year.
Right.
I've learned so much about the geography of the United States just from following the election this year. It's great.
Well, in Michigan,
and also having you all too. So.
Oh, Cadillac area. Okay, but like it's like Michigan has such a variety. Like the Upper Peninsula is just so different. I think from a lot of the rest of Michigan. That like those people have their own special way of talking and everything.
They're on another one.
Yeah, this girl I know is from the UP, and she goes, like I'll just say some words that have the accent: kitten, mitten, bitten, smitten. She's got a special way of talking.
For all the words, why not though? If they're happy,
exactly.
We love our Michiganders.
Yeah.
We have Shelley. Do we have?
Yeah.
Do we have any other Michiganders that we know
of? Barbara Warmack, my friend Lisa D. There's quite a few Michigan people. There's not a lot of Kentucky people, but Ashley's Hunt is regular on the Kentucky scene. And then there's Kelly Longergan. She is.
I love Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley is the best. Oh, Joy loves Shelley.
Yes, we love a good Shelley.
We love Shelley.
Shelley Belly, Bo Belly, Banana Fan, Bo Belly, Me Mama Melly, Shelley. Yeah, Shelley, you're either all Shelley or you're no Shelley.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
There's no like lukewarm Shelley fan.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty true statement.
Like I remember first getting to know Shelley, it was, I didn't know how to take her for a little bit, but now I know her. It's, I can't think of not knowing her now.
Yeah.
And I think she's grown so much as a person since I've known her.
Definitely. If y'all was wondering why I kept getting up and looking out the window and stuff, I was watching Gracie. We've got something is eating her food, and I've been trying to watch from inside and catch whatever it is to see, because I don't know what's in her food. I've been trying to figure it out for a month.
Right. Poor Gracie. She's the sweetest little baby.
I love her so much.
Well, Joy, if you like Shelley, then you're probably okay.
Yep. You're all right in our book, I'm sure.
Have you seen how pretty the new Violet Voss palette is, Rhonda? I showed Joe.
No, I haven't. Oh, that's super pretty.
So,
It reminds me of Oceanic.
I know, and the Oceanic was the one I couldn't get a hold of.
I know I want Oceanic too.
I wish I could just make a copy of it and send it to you guys.
I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, I'd rather a copy of you. And
Good night, Victor, Cindy.
actually, I wouldn't want a copy. I want you.
Bye, Cindy.
I wouldn't want the copy. I want the real ones. No copy.
Right.
You know,
That's the first time I've sent you a picture of a palette in a long time, James. But when I saw that one, I was very excited.
It's so pretty. Boo da boo dee da boo doo.
I'm telling you, this year there was very few things that palette wise that I just went, yes. I like the Violet Voss one though a lot.
Have you seen
can get Oceanic on Macari for $33.
Have you seen the new Estee Lauder palette? It's so sad and boring. It's supposed to be a 150-year collection for the Met. But that's the color story. Woo fucking who.
That doesn't do anything for me at all. I don't like that palette format either. I don't like those. I don't like the way it looks either.
Have you seen the new 4-pan palettes that House Labs have announced?
There's
9 of them.
They're cute. I don't know how much they are. I don't know if they're worth it, but they're cute.
They're $24 each.
Yeah. See, I haven't tried enough. I haven't tried any other stuff. Let's say I haven't tried enough. I haven't tried any other stuff.
There's so much I want to try from House Labs. But the weird part is, I have Amazon here, but it's sold exclusively through Amazon. But I'm pretty sure they don't have it on the Amazon Australia website.
Yeah. Hey, Emily. She's laughing because we're still here.
Yeah, we're always going. We never end. We never stop.
We're like a robot.
We are like
That's what I was just thinking.
Don't stop.
Don't stop believing.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Hold on to the feeling, yeah.
Be like people.
What time is it there, James? I forget.
It's almost 11:30.
Yeah, I was thinking it was starting to get late there.
Don't get late, but I still wide awake.
Alrighty.
Real wide awake. Give this pussy a good shake. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, sookie. 7:26 in the a.m., so it's 6:26 for Joe. Well, Joe, I hope that Jason is able to get stuff together before Rome has to have the surgery. But even if it's after Rome's surgery, I'll still come meet you, even if I'm by myself.
Well, we actually talked about it. Jason said it may end up having to be like January because of everything that's been going on at his work.
Oh, that's fine. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
And hopefully by that time, maybe Rome will feel better enough to meet too.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I hope so. We just don't know until it happens how it's gonna go. Because like for me, when I had my knee replacement, it took me longer to heal than a lot of people did because I had like an infection I had some kind of setback and I had to go to the hospital. No, I had lung problems. I ended up in the hospital and it set me back on my progress like a lot. So some people have no problems with these kind of things. Some people spring right back. Some people take longer. So,
well, my mom, she took for her knee. I think it was right over a year for her to be fully back to normal.
Wow.
But she had it done in her 70s.
Right.
You know, so everybody's different and age affects things. And just so many things affect it.
Right. for sure. I just, and I can't, and with the COVID, I can't even be in the hospital with him because he's going
Yeah.
to be there overnight, and I won't even be able to be there. I'm going to be so worried about him.
Yeah. I actually understand that because when Jason, we did not know he had ulcerative colitis. We knew he was sick. His brother took him to the emergency room. I was supposed to come up the next day, and Jason called and said, because I was going through all this immunity testing because my immune system kept being screwed up, that they thought he had C. diff, and they did not want me. They said if I came, they wouldn't let me in the room.
Right.
So, I mean, I did it. I had to go 4 days before they finally figured out it was ulcerative colitis. And it was hard, man, knowing he was there and I couldn't be there for him.
Right. And, you can only do so much. Oh, wow, Joy. Yeah. It's pretty amazing what the human body is so resilient.
Yeah.
That's true. I just want things to arrive. Look how pretty.
I really want the one with the green so much.
The performance of them are phenomenal. They make Jeffrey's formula look like shit. Like literally.
Well, I'd have to try them both next to each other to get that opinion for myself.
One of my friends who I highly trust the opinion of, she's shown me direct comparisons. Jeffrey's almost like look like drugstore next to some of the pigments like that are actual comparable shades in the Mitchell things. They're almost just like pure pigment.
Right.
But I mean, I think that the also difference is that Mitchell has had a lot longer of a time to perfect his formula, and then also getting to work with Jeffrey, at least on some superficial level, and then also working with Beauty Bay and other brands for his products. I'm sure he's made a lot of connections, so he probably could get into something. But from what I've seen, it just like...
And a lot of people really just love the Beauty Bay formula, too.
I've not tried the Beauty Bay formula at all.
My friends
they are... do you know the person... His name's Mitchell. He has done a collab with Beauty Bay. He's done a few videos with Jeffrey before, but these are his own brands products. So made by Mitchell. That's the feet on the ground, head in the clouds, and then he's got like some brushes. He's got liquid blushes as well. So I bought that red one, I bought that pink one, and I bought this orange one to blush.
Cool. Well, I still love Jeffrey's formula, and I don't know when I don't know when I'd be able to afford to get Mitchell's, right now. So
I get it. I'm slowly trying to replace Jeffrey's stuff with other formulas and stuff, and I've found plenty that are better or at least like comparable that are cheaper. I mean, like that Spoiled Lips palette and even the Wet and Wild one are quite decently pigmented. They're obviously not as good in the sense of like Jeffrey's, you can just plop it on and it's done. You can achieve similar with the Wet and Wild formula, you just need to work with it more. But I'm fine spending an extra 30 minutes packing on shadows more and doing extra things and being extra gentle. If I can make it work, I'll make it work, and I don't really care about having to put in extra effort. Some people don't like having to put in extra effort.
Yeah, I don't like to put in extra effort.
I'm used to taking hours doing makeup. I've literally taken 3-4 hours just to do one eye look before. Just one eye, not both eyes.
Right.
Just one eye. So I don't mind taking that time. So
yeah, I'm not that patient.
Well, I get it. But for me, it's like it's my form of like drawing or reading now. Like I used to read so much, but now my thing's makeup. I just will play for hours.
Yeah, I just literally can't play for hours.
Oh yeah, his products are good, don't get me wrong. Like his highlighters, the Extreme Frost, phenomenal. I've had blood sugar, blue blood, bloodlust, jawbreaker. I've got conspiracy, orgy, and cremated.
I mean, Jeffrey's
also had-
packaging. I mean, Emily, his packaging is
Top tier.
sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it's just boring. But I mean, his formula is a good formula. You know, I don't
Blood
think
packaging.
it's not just packaging. Because if it was just packaging, he wouldn't keep selling so much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he hasn't sold out of blood money, but I don't.
Well-
I can understand why. But like, if he didn't have all the drama attached to it, my God, that thing would have sold out so quickly.
Well, and greens, and greens are so. A lot of people don't, just like people don't like blues. I think green is a harder sell than a blue.
People keep on saying it's barely any greens in it. I literally counted like almost 3/4 of it is green. There's at least 10 or 11 of 18 shades that are green.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, actually, yes and no. It could be a lot higher if he was pricing it compared to what it'd actually be worth. If he charged what other brands do for their thing, the actual markup, he'd be charging a lot higher. He'd be charging like what Pat McGrath does.
right. And because he could totally charge a lot more. And when I watched the Shane Dawson thing, everybody got to see how much it costs
Yeah.
to do stuff. And it's not cheap, and he could do more. But when you break it down per price per shadow, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. J.
Jay.
But everybody's got their own opinion. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I know a lot of people think his packaging's Gordian for children, which I'm like, what the fuck? That's Jeffree Star. I also never understood when people try and keep on going, why does he keep on making his palettes and stuff so sexual? Think of the children. When in the fuck was Jeffree ever aimed at children? Fucking riddle me that.
yeah,
When has that man ever been for children?
never.
James
Never.
Charles, yes. Anyone else, yes. Jeffree Star, hell no. Hell no. So like, I understand, yes, people don't like the naming of or having like a lot of sexually explicit names and makeup products in general, but to then argue, oh, most of his fan base is children. No, it's not. You could have tried to argue that maybe in the MySpace days when it would have mostly been teens, but the majority of his fans now are still from that era who are now in their 20s and 30s.
Right. Sweet. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Kitty cat. Come on, kitty cat.
I know. I don't know how that was ever a thought to be like an actual legitimate argument that Jeffree is supposed, or he's mostly, or his main target demographic is children. I'm like, no, hell no. The man literally had a photo shoot for his lip glosses that looked like he was bathing in a pool of semen. Like, that's not for children. That's not for children.
Right.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah, that's the actual, like, highlighter itself is just $50, the extreme price, but then shipping and all sorts, you'd die if you saw the Australian prices. But I mean, like, when you actually compare it to other similar brands and what they are doing, he's actually offering a lot more. And another interesting thing too is that when it comes to the actual, let's talk about specifically the eyeshadow pan, you actually get a significant amount of product inside of the pans of eyeshadows. Like, there's an Australian YouTube channel where they literally, a thing they used to do was breaking up makeup to see how much product you would actually get to see if you're getting the right amount. And a lot of Jeffree's stuff tended to have almost 1.5 times the amount than it should do. So like a pan would say it'd have 2 grams, but it'd almost do like 3.5, 4 grams. It's just crazy. Yeah. His makeup's pretty. He can look pretty. He's not a pretty person on the inside. I'll say that as much. I mean, you can... Yeah. I definitely couldn't justify it on its own, but... Like, you can... Oh, you lagged out, apparently. You can say what you want about him as a person, what he's trying to do now. He's not a good person by nature. I can't say he is a good person by nature. He's just not. And I mean, that's not against him. That's just him. But we as people can choose what we like to support or not support. But I personally don't feel like he's a good person by nature. What he does is essentially self-serving. A lot of it. Sadly now, like after seeing a lot of how he just interacts in general, a lot of it tends to just come off as superficial or self-serving. Which there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of being altruistic and stuff does have a lot of self-serving nature behind it, but he seems to be much more narcissistic. But that's just me. The makeup pretty. I just like the makeup. I don't like him as a person.
Right.
Are you going to say something, Joel?
Jolie.
You don't remember.
Uh-oh.
What did I say? Any part of it?
No, we were just talking about Jeffrey being a shitty person, and then you were going to say something, and then you stopped.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Uh-oh. The makeup pretty, that's all that matters.
That's right. That's what we're here for.
Well, it's more so like, that's why I just try and find stuff that is equally as pretty and equally as good, but isn't his stuff. So then I just... Like, I have the issue of I want to just play with pretty makeup, but then I also want to equally make my content be as much of like a safe space for people as possible, so they don't have to feel like a product or that something that I'm using might be something that they relate to in a very negative context, like a brand being a very problematic thing. So I just rather not have that as much as possible on my channel if I can.
Good morning, Nana.
Using it.
Yeah. Morning,
Hello.
Nana.
Yes, I don't have any issues with people buying or using his stuff. It's just any other brand that's problematic. Pardon me, problematic in any way. I'd just rather not use it myself as much as possible and try and find alternatives. Because there's so many makeup options available that I don't feel like you don't really have an excuse other than like if you don't have the money to replace it all, to continue putting him on your channel with so much available if you claim to be just a makeup lover other than just a supporter of his brand. Because like I feel like there is so much out there that you should be able to realize that, like, even if you don't necessarily feel like he is a bad person, just buy other stuff. There's so much out there. You don't need to keep on supporting him. Like, he's made so much money. Go put your money towards other brands that actually deserve it, like indie brands that are working their ass off now to try and make a living.
Well, I do that too. I don't just, it's not just like that's all I buy. I mean, I have a lot of indie brands.
I know way too many people that still just only buy Jeffree Star.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about...
Oh, no, but I was just saying, like, but it's funny because when I put indie brands or smaller brands up, they don't get the views, you know?
There's people that say they don't want to support the drama, and it's even people who don't like Jeffree Star a lot of the time will watch it that has Jeffree Star related stuff in it just to hate on it. It's like you're just secretly fans. You're just hating, but you're fans. You're still fans.
People love to hate, you know. Everyone likes a villain.
It's like people having notifications on for people just to leave dislikes on Jeffree's posts and stuff. Like, I've seen it. People will literally have notifications on just to say, like, ill racist, kill yourself, stuff like that on Twitter. Like, imagine having that little time in your life that you literally spend your time doing that. It's like, yeah. And then also trying to argue, I'm just trying to do about racists. It's like, how about actually doing something that is actually, like, productive to help racism, not just talking shit to a person, like one individual? You thinking that's helping racism? It's an individual, not the fucking whole system. You have to fix the system, not an individual, fuckheads.
Right.
It's like, what even will Jeffree be able to do? He's a makeup person. He dabbles in a little bit of fucking selling fashion. He sells weed for his weed companies. He does real estate. What else? He doesn't have any old control.
spend your time doing other shit, dumbasses. But that's my opinion.
Does your thingy hurt?
No.
Oh,
It
good.
just red. It just
It just
red.
red.
I can move it to the middle of my nose bridge, though. Move it up.
Oh.
I probably shouldn't do that, but I did.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's good for it. Oh, well, I think I'm going to try to get a nap, guys.
All right, girl.
I love
I
you.
love you. Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Y'all have a good day.
I know I'll probably be heading to Wifey. Sorry, but it's
Oh
almost
no, it's
midnight.
fine. It's about time for me to start doing stuff or go to sleep. I'm trying to do something that
Nice,
keeps
Emily.
muting it.
What was that? Sorry.
I was trying to do something else and it was kept playing this song. So sorry.
I didn't hear it. It's okay.
Good. I'm glad you didn't. But I love you guys and I'll see you soon.
Yes. Try have as much of a good rest of your day as you can. I'm
I
gonna get
will.
sleep, and I'll talk to you later. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Love hearts. Half hearts.